Round 1, fight!
Hey guys, welcome to Tournament Fights. This is technically the third part of our geography series, Best Movies with a Country in the Title. We tackled Best Movies with a City in the Title, Best Movies with a State in the Title, so now it's time for Best Movies with the Country in the Title. And as you can see, it's going to be very heavy America. There's a lot, so I got my USA down there. but yeah, I'm your host, Jordan the Movie Hero Anderson. I'm a little under the weather, so sorry if I'm a little slightly low energy, but you may want to stick around for it because I'm all hopped up on cold medicine and caffeine and a combination, maybe saying some off-the-wall stuff or stuff that doesn't make sense tonight. So that'll be fun. But yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll introduce our panel for tonight. So we have my co-host, Austin Pez Howell. How's it going? If it'll come up.
There I am.
There it is. Yeah.
I'm here now. I'm not hopped up on cold medicine, just drinking a little Monster. And it's a good thing I'm running the bracket then in case you start to see double vision. So I'll take care of it.
Yeah, right.
Maybe you should take an edible
good.
Too and just see what happens.
Yeah, right. And I'll be really like floating off in space. Yeah. But we also have joining us, we have Richie Goodacre.
Man, hopped up on cold medicine and caffeine. I'm all worried that you're gonna that you're a bit like delirious and more like worried you're gonna shit your pants too.
Well, we'll see what happens.
But yeah, no. It should be
if
fun.
he runs off camera really quickly, that'll get awkward. So it's a good thing I'm
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it should be good. Look, there'll be one Australian one on here for sure, but it's not a very good movie, so don't.
Oh yeah, well there is.
Yeah.
It, is. It might be that one that's named after it. Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're really obvious.
We'll see, but we also have joining us. We have Miss Maria Hammond.
Hello, everybody.
How's it going?
How's it going? Pretty good.
Welcome.
I'm hopped up on cocaine, so I don't know what you guys are messing around with cold medicine for.
Oh man,
Cocaine's the way to
you're
go.
gonna be like really like jittery.
Damn, if I was running the stream, I could play my Cocaine's a Hell of a Drug clip really quick.
Oh yeah,
I like it.
Nice.
It makes me feel crazy.
Yeah.
I've never had cocaine, but I'm willing to try.
Right. Sure. We also have Malcolm Lay with us.
It reminds me the clip from the movie Do Avenged. I don't do cocaine.
Yeah. Yeah, right. But yeah, welcome guys. We may have a sixth person. He's having some technical issues, so we'll see if our sixth person, Mike Schaffer, was going to join us tonight, and he may or may not. We'll see. It's currently not working. I'm going to be kind of troubleshooting with him as we go through like the first round and stuff. But yeah. So Austin, do you want to break it down for anyone that might be tuning in for the first time and just let everyone know how it's going to work tonight?
Yeah, so like I said, it's kind of our geography series we're finishing up here tonight. So it's all movies that have a country or in a couple of cases, because Jordan insisted, a continent in the title, which, we were kind of like,
where else are we going to put
right.
continents? I don't know.
Sure,
I don't know where we're
why not?
go.
So there's a few of those. You'll see it when it happens. I promise I'm not pulling a Drew Carey, do you know Africa's a continent? That's what
Great proofs.
Very funny. Very funny bit.
I promise that's not what happened here. I did not originally have them on, and Jordan insisted, so we subbed it up for a couple of things. But yeah, so anyways, and some of them are variations, like we said, and there might be like an American, thing, something like that, because we had to stretch a little bit. It's not exactly, spot on, but you get the idea. So we'll bring them up one by one. We'll go around the horn. Everybody get a chance to vote. You have to vote no matter what, even if you haven't seen it. Keep their answers to 20 or 30 seconds. We'll keep it brief, keep it breezy, keep it moving, and then when we get to the inner brackets, we'll speed round it and get to the finish. So we'll see what happens, and the Elite Eight will be in the poll. So yeah.
Sounds good. And just in time to miss how it's done, Mike is here. Hey, what's up, Mike? Glad
Hey,
it's
what's
working
up?
for you now.
Yep, I think I'm in.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're
Yep, we can
Okay,
hear you.
cool.
And you've seen the
Woo.
show at
Are you
least,
sitting in a
so you
box
kind
or
of know
something?
how it works,
Oh, yeah.
right?
No, I'm actually locked away in my room because that's the only place with a door that locks that I can keep my kids away.
So you're
Yep,
paying.
I've had to do that from
Well.
my nieces and nephews. One time, my nephew came in and pulled my whole webcam down in the middle of a stream, so that was fun.
Ouch.
Yeah,
But I'm earning cool points because I told them I was on YouTube. So
There you
nice. Yep, you'll be forever on YouTube, and you'll have
See.
footage to prove it. So,
go. So don't screw it up.
So,
All right.
Ruh-roh.
Anyway,
yeah,
here we go.
so yeah, we're just getting started. So I'm throwing up
cool.
the bracket here, and then I do have my little intro video this time. So I'll just say, let's do this.
We're going to play a wonderful game called Who is Your Daddy and What Does He Do?
It's showtime.
What do you say we cut the chit-chat a-hole?
May I see your invitation, please?
Sure. Here's my invitation. Let's do this, Schmidt. Yeah. Just like we always do, Jenkins. Jacob. Oh, sorry.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions. And I want to have them answered immediately.
I mean, come on, I just don't see a problem here. Let's just do it.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm pumped.
You serious?
All right. So first matchup will be Borat, Cultural Learnings of America for Make Benefit, Glorious Nation of Kazakhstan versus the English Patient. And I have that memorized. Yes, I do. And I didn't read it in front of me. And Jordan's muted, of course, because StreamYard likes to mute him for.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, it was like to like mute me for an extended amount of time when I played videos. I don't know what's going on there, but I'm here. So yeah, so as always, we start at the bottom of the bracket. So Mike, as a first time guest, you get to go first. So out of these two movies, which one you want to vote for? And also too, if you have any comments, you can say what anything that you want to say about the movie. We just try to keep it to roughly about 30 seconds or so the show doesn't go too long. So yeah.
And Maria
Okay.
dropped out. She's okay. So she has.
Let's see. Of the two of them, I think I would vote for English Patient, but I have to admit I need to catch up on these two. I haven't seen either one, so
Okay.
No worries.
That's all right. I mean, no worries there, but you do still have to vote. So yeah, we'll take that vote and we'll go to Maria. We got Borat versus the English Patient.
I'm back.
Borat has the country Kazakhstan in the extended title. So
Oh boy, I despise the English Patient. I thought that movie was long and boring. So I guess I'll go with Borat.
Borat.
yeah.
I'm not happy about that. I don't like. I like it more than the English Patient, which is saying nothing.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I'm apparently one of the few people that actually do enjoy the English Patient. I actually think it's a really compelling story. But that being said, I really love Borat. I think it's such a good movie, and yes, I'm going to go Borat as well.
Well, so I forgot to make a joke, Maria. So you're like Elaine from Seinfeld, who hated the English Patient and was just bored to tears watching it. Yeah.
And then,
That's
her
what
boss,
you Elaine did.
and then she pretended like she liked it, and her boss made her go to the theater and watch it again, and she screamed.
Yeah, no
Yeah,
way.
right. Yeah, but Richie, what do you say?
Did English Patient win like best picture or something, or was it nominated or something?
Yeah.
One of them got a reward, didn't they?
Yeah,
I believe it won. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's one of those ones where it's like, yeah, that people cite where it's like, yeah, I wonder why that one. But Borat's great. Yeah, I bought the DVD and it came with a mankini, and I was like, Mum's like, okay, look, do not wear that. And I'm like, oh, I'll do what I want, but I never wore it. But then
that's funny that it came with that.
my friend Matt Murphy wore it, and and I'm like, out of a dare, and I'm like, okay, if I was going to wear it, I'm not going to wear it again. And no way.
Yeah.
So
Burn it now.
and yeah, that scene where him and other dude a naked wrestling. I haven't laughed that hard in the theater in a long time and since. So yeah, Borat is great. And yeah, so I'll go Borat.
It
Yeah.
appears that The English Patient was like an Academy Award darling, from what I can see.
Yeah, no, it was.
Best
And that-
picture,
Yeah,
best
we know that already.
director.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
no.
Wow.
English Patient should have lost to Fargo. Fargo should have won that year.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, hands down.
But yeah. Anyways, yeah, I'm
Awesome.
not a big fan of
Fargo.
The English Patient. It's whatever. Michael Lane from Seinfeld. But yeah, Borat's great. I think it's a phenomenal comedy, and I remember seeing it with my dad in the theater, and we just both like laughed our asses off the entire time. It was a good time. So yeah, I'll go with Borat.
Yeah, I'm just gonna vote for my wife because I've never seen The English Patient, so I'll vote
Save
for
yourself
Borat
some
because
time.
it is hilarious, and yeah, The English Patient does not look like a Jordan movie, so I'll probably.
It is not a Jordan movie. Borat is.
Yeah.
All right.
When I say it's a sleeper, they mean you're going to go to sleep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Got Syriana for Syria and Wet Hot, our first American movie. We got a lot of them in this thing, but Wet Hot American Summer. Maria.
Yeah. Maria.
Syriana's Clooney, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Having said that, he's hot, but he's not that hot. I'll go with the wet summer.
Yeah.
That's funny. They're usually pretty
yeah.
good. I haven't
Malcolm.
seen one yet that I didn't like, so.
Yeah, I haven't actually seen Syriana. It's definitely one that I do plan on trying to see at some stage. But I really love Red Hot American Summer. I think it's such a great comedy, and I mean, I don't think it did that. I don't think it did that well when it first came out, but I think it's picked up a cult following since then. Yeah. And I actually really did enjoy this TV series sequel that they did for it too. But Red Hot American Summer's got my vote.
Okay.
Yeah. Richie, what do you say?
Yeah, I never got around to Syriana. Wet Hot American Summer is pretty good. I probably don't have the love for it. Other people do, but I do. There's some definitely. I love a lot of moments in here, and yeah, I liked the. Even though I'm not a TV guy, I liked the sequel TV series they did. Enjoyed it. It had how weird it was, how strange it was. So yeah, I'll go Wet Hot American Summer.
Yeah. Well, Austin.
Yeah, Wet Hot American Summer never really worked for me. I've tried a couple of times, kind of like The Big Lebowski. I don't get it. Doesn't click with me. I just don't get it. Yeah, Syriana is kind of a complicated movie, but it works. And yeah, Clooney's great, and I'll pretty much watch anything he does. So I'll go Syriana.
Yeah.
That's not a bad choice.
I've never seen Syriana, so that's a blind spot for me. So I might be saying that a lot tonight. I've had a lot of blind spots here, but Wet Hot American Summer is awesome. It's hilarious, especially the Christopher Maloney stuff, because I never knew that like he ever did comedy like that, and like holy crap, he was hilarious as like the weird chef guy, and he gets turned into like some kind of can of beans or something like that. It's just really, really weird, like a talking can, and just goes off the rails. And like that's my kind of humor, just random stuff that makes no sense. You're like WTF's going on, you know? So yeah, and then it just kind of reintroduces me to like some people that I think should be in some more things, like Michael Showalter or like Ken Marino or Janine Garofalo, some of those people. So yeah, I'll go with Wet Hot American Summer.
Chris Maloney has real knack for comedy. Have you seen Happy? It's good. It's fun.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I did see that.
I saw it after the fact, but that series is great. Yeah. Mike, what are you gonna vote for?
Oh, me? I have to admit a blind spot on these two too. So, but of the two, I would probably go for Syriana.
Okay.
Because I haven't seen either one, and sometimes those camp type movies or American Pie movies are kind of hit and miss for me as far as the humor goes.
Well, we'll get to American Pie in a minute, Mike. In a few minutes.
Okay. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Because there's a couple of those on
there soon. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a few.
American Summer. Got Invasion USA.
There you go.
American Pie.
There it is.
Woohoo!
Invasion USA.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So we got Malcolm is up first.
Yeah, I haven't seen Invasion USA, but yeah, American Pie 2 is a great movie, and like it arguably could be a rom-com, unlike the first one, which someone did try to bring up in 90s rom-coms. But, American Pie 2 gets my vote.
And I'm still here, so Richie, go ahead.
Yeah, I got
Yeah,
you.
I don't think I've ever seen like maybe I don't know if I've seen it much or if at all any of Chuck Norris's filmography.
Not
Because
exactly
they're all
Shakespeare.
blind spots and they all don't feel like they're must watch.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm kind of I don't know, cutting myself off from good cinema. Maybe I'm not, but I don't think I am.
You're not.
And the American Pie 2, I think, is one of the better sequels. It is pretty good, and yeah, it's got a lot of heart to it, and yeah, I think it still holds up. The lesbian scene when there's Finch and Stifler forced to make out, and then like how the walkie-talkies get crossed over. That's really funny. So yeah, I like American Pie 2. So American Pie 2.
Yeah. Well, Austin.
Yeah, I have actually seen Invasion USA. I have it on DVD. It's a ridiculous movie, but it's a lot of fun. It's literally just a one-man army Chuck Norris movie. These terrorists invade Washington, D.C., and he goes around and kills all of them. That's the plot of the movie, and takes back the good old U.S. of A. Because he's Chuck Norris.
Is it supposed to be a comedy?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's unintentionally funny as he's blowing up people.
Gotcha.
Yeah, for sure. But I'll still go with American Pie 2, though. I like the first two a lot, and I like a reunion as well. And yeah, I think those movies work pretty well, and they're a good time. And as we said on our tier ranker, Eugene Levy, Jim's dad, is the greatest dad ever in movies. So American Pie 2.
Yeah. Yeah. The only Chuck Norris movie I've ever seen is Way of the Dragon, because he fights freaking Bruce Lee, and that's awesome in that movie. But and then also I saw a Chuck Norris in person once, because I went down to a spot in Utah where my siblings live, and they have a parade. They celebrate Pioneer Day. It's like a holiday down there, and he was the Grand Marshal of the parade. He just showed up in like a convertible, and we're like, hey, that's Chuck Norris. I didn't even know he was gonna be there. So but American Pie 2 might arguably be the best one. Like, it's a toss between the first and the second for me. Like I just kind of like the original cast when they skew a little younger. I mean, they're almost the same age throughout, but yeah, we were 100% right about Jim's dad being the best movie dad. That is true, and yeah, I'll go American Pie 2.
Yeah.
Mike, what do you say here?
Have to admit a blind spot as far as Chuck's concerned. Sorry, Chuck. So I'll throw in for American Pie 2.
Yeah, but I will say that I missed back on the Conan O'Brien show, and when he had the Walker Texas Ranger lever, and you would just pull it and it'd be a random clip from Walker Texas Ranger.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That was
good
fun.
times. But Maria, you go.
Yeah, Chuck Norris can go blow. I'll take American Pie 2 for 500.
Gee, tell us how you really feel.
Yeah, right.
That's what I'm here for.
Yeah. American Pie. All right.
We got Prince of Persia, Sands of Time,
God.
and Big Trouble in Little
Oh,
China.
boy.
Yeah.
Richie.
All right.
Oh man, what a tough matchup. These two titans.
Kind of not fair.
In cinematic
Titans in
history.
the game.
Prince of Persia is a terrible video game adaptation in a world of terrible video game adaptations. Jake Gyllenhaal is terribly miscast. I definitely am on the train of like, yeah, this is definitely whitewashed. This is like they didn't even try with this one. It's just like, I love Jake Gyllenhaal, but he looks uncomfortable in this movie. I wouldn't mind them remaking Prince of Persia. I think Prince of Persia is right for a cinematic, a film adaptation. But yeah, like this is not it. Big Trouble in Little China is a lot of fun. I love it. John Carpenter, schlocky fun. I love it. And so yeah, Big Trouble in Little China. This is easy.
Yeah. Austin.
Yeah, no, this is easy as well. Yeah, Prince of Persia is not a great movie, and I don't think it made it very far in our video game tournament either, way back when.
No.
Rightfully so. But yeah, Big Trouble in Little China is a ton of fun. Great John Carpenter movie. Kurt Russell's doing his best John Wayne impression of that movie, and it's awesome. And yeah, the movie's great. And side note, yeah, I talked about Gemma Arterton in both Prince of Persia and Clash of Titans the same year. I was like, is she just going to be the Sword and Sandals exposition lady for like every Sword and Sandals movie? She does the same. I swear to God, she does the same thing in both movies. She just, is there to explain things. But yeah, I'll go with Big Trouble in Little China.
But Gemma Arterton's very attractive, so she can run around.
She's very attractive, but she literally go watch both those movies. She does the same role in both movies. It's the same role.
Yeah.
Same role, same clothes, and everything. I swear she just went from one side to the other.
Candy or
yeah, right. Yeah, and my phone's in the middle of like a major update. It just automatically did it. Here it goes right there. So I hope I didn't get the one that slows your battery life that you're talking about, Austin. We'll see.
Well, that's just every update they send out does that.
Well, there's some hacks on TikTok. There's some.
Because when you ignore it 4 times, the 5th time's the charm, and it just does it automatically. But for Android at least. But yeah, between these two, I think the Prince of Persia is fine. Like I think that it gets a lot of unnecessary hate. It's not like the worst movie I ever made, but it is very whitewashed. Like where are the Persian actors in this thing? But Big Trouble in Little China is awesome. Yeah, shout out Jack Burton, just like doing some cool stuff on a cool little mission as he's just rolling through town on the Pork Chop Express. So yeah, I'll go Big Trouble in Little China. Mike, what do you say?
I'm gonna have to give it to Big Trouble in Little China too, because it's I watched it a long time ago because when I was younger, one of my aunts and uncles who love watching movies had HBO for like a decade. And the first time I saw it was when my uncle says, "Oh, you got to see this. This is funny. This is great." And he lent me the tape. And yeah, I've been a fan of it ever since. I got it on disc. And actually, a few years ago, I actually ended up meeting James Hong at a convention in Salt Lake. Nice guy.
That's awesome.
Oh yeah, fun guy. But yeah,
well, cool.
And,
yeah, and for anyone who's I think curious, Persia constitutes the country of Iran. That's like basically Persia.
That's what it used to be called.
Yeah, but Maria, what are you gonna go with there?
Just remember what old Jack Burton does when the earth quakes and the poison arrows fall from the sky. Do you remember all that soliloquy?
Yeah.
It's funny. Yeah, let's go with Big Trouble in Little China.
Yeah, sounds good. Malcolm, what do you got?
Yeah, like I also think like Prince Persia is fine, but like I agree with all the criticisms of it as well. Like it's definitely whitewashed. But that being said, my buddy Matt Coons will just show me favored vote against Kurt Russell, so Big Trouble Little China.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right,
but yeah, and then also shout out Chris Scott. He just wanted to tune in and
what's up, Chris?
And shout out to Mike because I met Mike through Chris. He's a good friend of Chris, so that's cool. So
you got The Italian Job, the remake, and American Gangster. So, this is an interesting one because I think The Italian Job is a solid remake. For what it is, it's I think it was definitely in our good remakes tournament when we did that. But yeah, I really like American Gangster, and Ridley Scott was definitely like hit or miss after the 2000. But yeah, I rewatched this again not too long ago, and it's really really good. And Russell Crowe's great, Denzel's great, and it is not one of the best Idris Elba movies because he's only in one scene, as we talked about on Rank 'Em. He's in one scene in that movie. It's not one of his best performances. So, American Gangster, gets my vote.
Yeah, I think I saw that episode. Yeah, but so American Gangster is a blind spot for me. I haven't seen it, so it's gonna make it kind of hard to vote for because the Italian Job has Charlize Theron, who's my favorite actress working today. So I'll always vote for almost anything she's in because I like most of what she's done. And Also, like to shout out people like Seth Green. He's another actor I really like. Donald Sutherland, Jason Statham, to name a few. Besides the main Mark Wahlberg in there, but yeah, and just driving those Mini Coopers around, I think that it's fun. So I'll go with the Italian Job. I think it was a solid little remake. Mike, what do you say?
Well, American Gangster is a blind spot for me, so I'll have to correct that. But I love that version of the Italian Job. I have yet to see the original though. Was it Michael
It's good.
Caine?
Yeah,
Is in that one?
Yeah, yeah.
It might be in this tournament.
That was
somewhere.
also good.
Maybe.
Yeah,
It's
it might
the
show up.
same plot and everything.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but that's my vote.
Okay.
sounds good. Maria, what do you got?
Boy, I'm gonna have to go with my boy Russell. American Gangster's excellent. He's good in it. Italian Job's good, but it's a remake. The original was pretty good too. So it'll be around again, I think. So American Gangster for me, please.
Okay.
It's a toss up between this and the original for me. Yeah, but Malcolm, what do you say?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen the original Italian Job, so I had nothing to compare it to. This version is actually pretty good. But yeah, I really do like American Gangster. I think it's a really good movie. And yes, I'm gonna go American Gangster.
Yeah, and Richie, what do you say here?
I was hoping you'd stall for a bit, Malcolm. I'm needing. Anyway, that's all good.
I'm so sorry we kept our comments brief, Richie. My bad.
I know. It's all good. It's all good.
Trying to get through this in less than 3 hours. Remember?
We'll try to work around your
Keep me
schedule
from
next time.
anything.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
sorry. I just like eating. Yeah, the Italian Job remake is good, but yeah, I think the addition of Monk in the original kind of bolstered for me. Yeah, and he got and blown it off blown the bloody doors off.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I like it. Yeah, American Gangster. I think it's still underrated. I think it's a really good film. I think Denzel Washington and Russell Crowe are really good. It's just really good at tension building. It's a really underrated Ridley Scott film, and yeah, I think it's just really solid film all around. So I'll go American Gangster.
All right.
Yeah.
American Gangster.
American
Go
Gangster.
down to Captain America. A lot of American movies, as you see. I got American match up here.
Yep.
Captain America, First Avenger, and American Graffiti.
American Graffiti.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty lopsided. About half these movies are America or American movies because that's just
Yeah,
what it is.
right.
Hey,
Yeah.
you know what? Other countries make movies named after yourself, and I'll put them in your tournament. But you don't.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
You know, American ego rules all. So yeah.
He's
Yeah,
hoping
right.
Simone Wedding is in the tournament.
Well, it was because I was doing you a favor, and Jordan told me to take it out because that's not the real title.
Well, because we had some other ones that I thought should be here, and I'm like, we don't have enough room for everything.
Because it's really called Sione's wedding. It's only called Simone wedding over here. Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah.
Jordan.
Yeah,
Jordan.
but yeah, so I've never seen American Graffiti. That's a blind spot. But when I was looking at what movies to watch before this, it was high on my list because the movie was actually rated pretty high by a lot of critics and stuff. But I'm a big Captain America fan. I mean, I got Captain America stuff everywhere. I got it right.
You need to
right
show us real.
here. There's something. So yeah, but
Okay, go ahead and show us.
yeah, but yeah, I think the first Avenger is really underrated. Like I like a lot of things. It's very like patriotic and it's on the Red Skull is cool. You get to see the like beginnings of like Cap and Bucky and all that stuff. So yeah, let's go Captain America. Mike, what do you got?
It's kind of a tough one because I liked both of them. American Graffiti was interesting for me. I mean, not that I was anywhere in 52 because, I'm not quite that old.
What are you trying to say?
But nothing in particular. Yeah, and I really enjoyed the first Avenger too. But let's see. Yeah, I'll go with the first Avenger. We'll give Cap some love this time.
Yeah, sounds good. Maria, what do you say?
Well, unfortunately, I saw the American Graffiti in the theater on opening night. It's okay. It's got a good cast and everything. We didn't know who Harrison Ford was. He was super cute. and I remember that part of it. Richie, from Ron Howard, basically.
Ron Howard.
runs the
Yeah.
place, yeah. But I
Richie
call him Richie, so.
Cunningham.
Yeah.
But Captain America, are you kidding me? Yeah, there's no comparison between these two movies. I mean, there's plot and then there's like goofing around. So
Yeah.
Captain America, the first Avengers for me.
Yeah. Malcolm.
Yeah, the first Avenger is very underrated. I quite like it, but just because I suspect the other Captain America movies are probably here, I'm going to go American Graffiti because I do think it's a really good movie. And yeah, it's really fun watching sort of Harrison Ford before he sort of blew up into superstardom.
Yeah. Well, you might suspect correctly. We'll see. Richie. What do you say?
I would know American Graffiti is a bit of a blind spot, but yeah, Captain America, the first Avenger, I do like. I think Red Skull is one of the stronger villains in the MCU still to this day.
True.
Yeah, and I think it's a good movie. Yeah, it's still the weaker of the three, but I'll go for it. Yeah, obviously. So yeah.
Yeah. Sounds good. Austin.
Yeah, I actually have seen American Gangster in a American Graffiti. Too many American movies here. American Graffiti in a
Another
theater.
AG movie.
Yeah, I got to see it on a repertory screening. I liked it enough, but it wasn't really my bag. It's kind of a plotless movie, just kids running around after graduation. It's okay. But I'll go Captain America. I really like that movie a lot. It might be in my top 10 MCU movies. Like, I really like it a lot, so I'll go with Captain America.
Yeah, it's good.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
All right. So more American, lots of America.
American Tackle.
Yeah, there we go. And American Tackle.
Two very similar movies.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
Just keep
Very
the knife
similar.
away from the mouse, man.
Yeah, no. Also.
Yeah, right.
Just know that mouse. He's a mouse.
Well,
That's fair.
Hey,
Well,
Fireball, you're a fan of Huey Lewis? Yeah.
yeah. Right. Well, Mike, you'll be
Mike.
first. So what do you go?
Oh.
Go for?
Man, of the two, I mean, I did see American Psycho, and it wasn't really my kind of movie, so I guess I'll give it to Fievel.
All right.
Yeah. Maria.
American Psycho is 100% my kind of movie. I thought he did a really good job with it, and I thought the ending was just fucking crazy. And I thought he did excellent. I like Bible, but there's no American Psycho and Bible. I mean, really, it's unfair because there's one. I mean, Bible's cute, but yeah, American Psycho for me, please.
Yeah. Malcolm.
I really wish an American Tail would have an Invasion USA or something like that. Yeah. I really do. I really like American Psycho. And yeah, but American Tail is a childhood favorite of mine growing up. So you know what? I think I know this is Mike go. I'm gonna give my vote to American Tail.
Yeah. Richie, what do you say?
I like how Maria makes a choice like she's talking to Ken Jennings. Fine for me, thanks. Good.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll take a Psycho, please.
But American Psycho is my kind of movie. I like American Tail. I like Five for Goes West as well. I maybe even like slightly better, which is weird. But yeah, I like Five for Goes West probably a bit more. But I'll go American Psycho.
Yeah. Austin, what do you say?
Yeah, I love the Christian Bale performance. I just kind of like American Psycho as a movie, though. It's just a little too weird. I rewatched it again recently. The movie's good for what it is. I really like the performance. But I might have to go American Tail. It's kind of a nostalgia pick. I saw that movie a lot when I was a kid, so I'll go with that.
Excuse me, guys. I have to go return some videotapes. I'll be right back. That's like the iconic quote from the movie. But and I'm gonna go with American Psycho. I was pretty recent to it, and I was just blown away. I thought that it was really good.
100% messed up.
I love how Christian Bale just narrates it his whole entire life. He's talking about his daily routine, even his face creams and getting in all this kind of like super detailed stuff, and it's actually pretty interesting the way he does it. And I don't really care about this American Tale, maybe another one, but not this one. So I'll go with American Psycho.
All right, so
The American Psycho, the Patrick, this role almost went to Leonardo DiCaprio, but
I saw that.
That could have worked, yeah.
could have worked.
But yeah, they wanted to go with Christian Bale. So.
Yeah.
So we have a tie, and how ties work here is we start at the bottom of the ladder and we rotate the tie-breaking vote every time. So Mike, you have all the power here, and what you can do with the tie-breaking vote is you can stick with what you voted for, or you can flip it. So you have all the power. What do you want to vote for?
Oh, I think I'm still going to stick with Fievel.
Oh, American
All
Psycho.
right.
Pull out American
Yeah.
Psycho. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not bad, but-
Got American
Yeah.
Sniper and Good Morning Vietnam.
Ooh, a couple military movies.
Yeah, military movies. We'll go to Maria.
Good Morning Vietnam was good in parts because of Robin Williams riffing, but the rest of the story was kind of like, okay. And then American Sniper is just so awful and haunting and crazy. And, I mean, that whole thing at the end, it's a good movie. I'll go with American Sniper.
Okay.
Yeah. Malcolm, what do you say?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've seen American Sniper. I think it's a pretty good movie, but yeah, I love Good Morning Robin Williams and Good Morning Vietnam, so I'm gonna have to go with Good Morning Vietnam.
Yeah. Someone had to do it. Yeah, nice.
What does three down mean to you, Airman? End of an ending?
Yeah. Right. Richie. what do you
Yeah, I like both these. American Sniper is good. It's really good. But yeah, and yeah, it is sort of like very like America rah rah kind of thing. But and Chris Kyle, if you look at him, he's a bit of a piece of shit. But
Yeah.
but like yeah, it's a great movie, great performance by Bradley Cooper. Yeah, and if you can, I mean, I think people going to judge it before it came out because obviously that it came out like it was a very fake baby in the scene. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. It's very
If you're gonna accuse him of losing his thumb to make it make noise and stuff, it's like, you can tell it immediately when you start looking at it.
It's a total baby
it's
dog.
like
It's
like
horrible.
you couldn't find like the babies get
There wasn't a
born.
human baby anywhere.
Yeah,
Babies get
nobody-
born every few minutes. You couldn't find a baby. But yeah, and it's really good. But I have to go with Good Morning Vietnam. It's it's a
Robin Williams, yeah.
to borrow a phrase from Hal Running, it's Robin Williams at the height of his power. He's just great. It's his charisma's on show here, and you couldn't imagine anybody else playing this character. And yeah, he's amazing. So I'm gonna go Good Morning Vietnam.
Yeah. Austin, what do you got?
Yeah, guys, it's time for the news. Beep, 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 beep. Yeah, I love
Yeah,
Good Morning
right.
Vietnam. I'm a big fan of the movie. Yeah, I think it's one of Robin Williams' best movies. Just it gets better every time I watch it. And yeah, he's phenomenal as Adrian Cronauer. So yeah, Good Morning Vietnam for me.
Yeah, so I don't know the whole story behind like what Chris Kyle did. He's convicted of murder and he's in prison for life. So he killed a guy, but I don't know if it was like part of his sniping or what.
No, he's
what
he's
happened.
dead.
I don't know.
He's dead. He was killed at the end of the movie
Was killed
Chris
By a-
Kyle was killed at a
by-
firing range by a guy.
by a guy.
Oh, what's that?
He goes through all that
What's that?
shit and then comes home and then gets killed. Yeah.
Yeah.
It says he was convicted
That's
of
the story.
murder and sentenced to life in prison without parole. That's what.
No,
what I just
you're
looked
looking
up.
at the
I don't
wrong
know.
Chris Kyle or somebody else.
Yeah,
That is
no.
not correct.
Maybe there's another Chris
He
Kyle.
is-
Yeah, I don't know. It says the United States Navy SEAL sniper, so I have no idea.
Nope.
Well, they're confused because he was killed. He's dead
Yeah.
forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Well,
He's
well, there
dead
you go.
forever.
No,
Weird.
the guy,
Right.
the guy, no, the
He ain't
guy
coming
who-
back, dudes.
no,
He's only mostly
Jordan,
dead.
Jordan. The guy who shot him is in prison for murder and like.
Oh, maybe that's it. Okay,
He's
because
been giving
I'm
him
just reading,
shit
like-
and stalking him or something too. So
Yes.
okay, because I just was reading a little like brief little synopsis on Google that's kind of cut off. I didn't even.
Kyle was murdered, and the killer was convicted of murder. And
Okay,
sentenced to life.
there you go. All right,
murder
like,
most
It's a
foul.
big difference. Yeah.
like I know there's some kind of murder in surrounding him, but I don't know
Yeah.
really pay like close into to like his life story. But yeah, but American Sniper is still the the highest grossing January release of all time, but by
I just have to
about
laugh.
28 million. So yeah, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, I got to give it to Good Morning Vietnam though, because yeah, I
The
can't
whole
even
movie is
begin
his life story.
to yeah,
You
but
crack
I
me
can't
up.
even begin to even quote like the way he does the monologues. Like he just does a really cool job. Like there's no one else like Robin Williams who can just do those really fast talking monologues that are super funny and just boom, 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 joke after joke, but it actually works and it's not annoying.
That
It's
part's
actually
funny.
like delightful. So yeah, so I'll go Good Morning Vietnam. Mike.
Have to admit that American Sniper's a blind spot for me, but Good Morning Vietnam is one of my favorite comedies. I mean, you can't go wrong with Robin Williams, so I got to give it to Good Morning Vietnam.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Good Morning Vietnam.
Madagascar, Escape to Africa, and Greenland. It's a little cut off there, but that's Greenland with Gerard Butler.
It's Gerard.
Okay.
Yeah. So
My favorite Gerard quote. It's RPG. It's an RPG.
Yeah.
Had to be there.
Yeah.
But yeah, like the movie Greenland is actually a surprising movie for me because it was actually a lot better than what I thought it was.
Pretty good.
The title's a bit of incorrect because I don't think he spends any time in Greenland at all in the movie. Yeah.
They get there for like the last 10 minutes of the movie.
Yeah, they get there for like a minute. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, but then again, pretty much same with Jason Goes to Manhattan. Or takes Manhattan.
Yeah. Yep.
But yeah, but Madagascar 2 is actually not my favorite of the trilogy. And so I'm going to go Greenland.
Yeah.
Is that
Sounds
the
good.
Madagascar? Is that the second or third one?
The second one.
Escape to Africa.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. I really, Greenland surprised me a lot as well. I think it's really good. Yeah, I mean, technically, the Greenland, the country's mistitled because Greenland has a lot of it's surrounded by more ice, and Iceland's more greenery. So, they're kind of they're misidentified there.
You know where I learned that from? D2, the Mighty Ducks, when he goes out with
Yeah, exactly.
and she goes, no, Iceland is very green, and Greenland is full of ice. He's like,
yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. But yeah, and I really love the Madagascar trilogy. I think it's a bit like, it's probably just below like Kung Fu Panda for me, but it's still really, really good. It's really entertaining. But yeah, I would like Malcolm is probably my least favorite of the franchise. So I'll go Greenland because I think people need to see this movie. And yeah, it's easy to sort of dismiss Gerard Butler's movies because some of them are kind of generic and this is another Gerard Butler action vehicle. But I think he's sort of turning a new leaf lately because Plane was okay as well, but it's not wonderful, but it's better than some of his other output recently. So he might be going somewhere.
You also have Kandahar though that look very generic. I don't know, but Austin, what do you say?
Yeah, no, this is a little tough for me because Madagascar 2 is actually my favorite of the trilogy. I think it's the funniest one. The most jokes that are kind of made for adults and things kind of thrown in there. But I really champion Greenland across a number of shows. I think it's a great disaster movie, probably one of the better ones of the last 10, 15 years. So yeah, I'm going to go with Greenland. I'm a big fan of that movie.
Yeah, so I watched Greenland very recently. I watched it maybe like about a month ago, and yeah, that movie's really, really good. And then for most of the movie, they're not even trying to get to Greenland; they're trying to get to Kentucky for part of it. So, but they do eventually get there to Greenland. But apparently there's going to be a sequel, which I'm actually kind of interested in because I'm wondering if it's going to be the aftermath of everything that happens. So who knows? But and I'm not a big Madagascar fan. I basically just like the first one and Penguins of Madagascar. So if those come up, then I'll be a little higher on them. But the second and the third, I don't care for that much. So I'll go with Greenland. Mike, what do you got?
Have to admit a blind spot for Greenland, so I'll put that on the movies I need to watch list and give it to Madagascar.
That's a good thing about tournament fights. If you haven't seen stuff, you can get a lot of recommendations. So nice.
I'm gonna have a long list at this point.
That's okay.
Yeah, but
Greenland
Maria
is on HBO Max if you have it. By the way, it's worth a watch.
Or Amazon Prime, I think it's on there as well.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Okay.
My favorite Gerard Butler movie is Den of Thieves currently, but I do like 300. I do like all of the President ones, but Madagascar, I like the first one. Huh?
They're making a sequel, Den of Thieves, as well.
Are they? Oh, really?
Yeah, wow.
Good. That was a good movie. That was crazy. That was crazy shit. Anyway, that highway thing was nuts. I think, Gerard, because I don't know the second one. I did like the first one, but that I don't know. They get a little old after a bit, but yeah, I'll go with Gerard. Greenland.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I started it.
Yeah.
Oh, you did.
Den of Thieves is like dollar store heat, but anyways.
It's okay. I'll take it. I like those kind of shooting sequences where they're crazy.
No, I mean the sound design was good.
I like it.
Good.
I think
it's all right.
Yeah.
Too fucking long though. That movie's like 2 hours and 20 minutes. Isn't it?
Look, if you're looking at Gerard Butler, there's no time limit on that. I'm sorry.
All right, that's fine. I like it. Hotel Rwanda and Captain America: Civil War.
Is it fair?
You said Richie first?
Richie.
Okay, yeah.
For me. Okay. All right. Hotel Rwanda is really good, but it's one of those movies that, like, 1 year be in the right mood for, and two, it was really depressing. I feel like it probably falls in the camp of I watched it once, really good. Don't know if I'll ever be in the mood to watch it again. It's a powerful performance, I think. Don Cheadle deserves the accolades. But Civil War is a lot of fun. I really enjoy this movie. I think it holds up as one of the better MCU movies still to this day, to be honest. So I'll go Civil War.
Okay.
Sounds good. Austin.
Yeah, I'll also go Civil War. I did see Hotel Rwanda. I've seen it once, and yeah, it's a tough watch. Not a movie you want to put on a lot, but it's really good. And Don Cheadle, I think, definitely broke out after that, and good for him. He's also in Civil War, so it's a Don Cheadle matchup.
Never thought of that. There you go.
Don Cheadle. But yeah, I'll go with the movie starring Don Cheadle. All right, that's my answer.
All right.
I'll go with Civil War.
Sounds good. Okay, yeah. So Hotel Rwanda, surprise, it's a blind spot for me, but I do want to see it. It's another one on my list when I was looking at what I should watch. I was rated really highly, so I'll get it around to it. But Captain America: Civil War is currently my favorite MCU movie that exists. Period. I think this movie is awesome, and I like it just because you don't really have some kind of crazy villain in it. You just have the heroes pitted against each other, and then you have Daniel Bruhl just playing like a real calculating kind of low key villain with Baron Zemo. And you always got to talk about that fight at the end with Iron Man and Captain America and Bucky. Like, it's just crazy. You literally think that they're gonna kill each other for real. Like,
he's my friend. I was too.
Like some of that stuff gives me chills. Yeah, so
I know. Hard to take.
Yeah, I'll go Civil War. Mike, what do you say?
Well, have to admit, Hotel Rwanda is another blind spot. Put that on the list. But I did enjoy Civil War, and I do like. I'm a Marvel fan from way back, so I don't think I ever read the comics, but I enjoyed the movie, so I'll give it to Civil War.
Yeah, sounds good. Maria.
Well, my favorite of the MCU is Age of Ultron. Don't come at me. But this'll do. Yeah,
I'll defend that movie, Maria. I think that movie's.
I love that movie. I think that movie's great. Yeah. Nobody else really agrees with me anywhere I go. But anywho, I've seen Hotel Rwanda. It's like Passion of the Christ. One viewing, I'm done for the rest of my life. I'm good. I'll do Civil War, please.
All right.
Yeah, and Malcolm.
I mean, if you wanted to diverse away from some American movies, you could have thrown in some fictional countries because Wakanda is a country.
We talked
We
about
considered
it.
it,
It's not a real country.
I wasn't expecting it to be in here. I just, but yeah, I also haven't seen Hotel Rwanda. It's one that I've been wanting to get to eventually. And apparently, Civil was the last time we see the real James Rhodes for a while in the MCU.
Oh my god, so stupid.
If you've seen Secret Invasion, you want to get there with that. But
I don't think these people think this shit out when they write it. Like they literally don't think about it. They just write stuff. That's so stupid.
Yeah.
Well, for a long time though, the TV stuff was not even touching the real. In the movies, it's like, why aren't you guys talking together? Because it's crazy what you're doing.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
there's
with what's happening now is they're supposed like it's all made by under the thing, so you'd think Kevin Feige would think doesn't quite make sense.
Yeah, right. Well, the reason why they're moving kind of away from the Marvel TV series actually came out and said they're going to focus more on movies. Good, just do that. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's where they've had their. Oh my goodness.
Got American History X and Brazil. So yeah, I'll go to me.
I gotta watch this Brazil.
Yeah, Brazil is a weird movie. Terry Gilliam is kind of a hit or miss sort of guy for me because I love 12 Monkeys. But
is it a comedy?
Brazil?
It's a sci-fi
weird sci-fi trip. Yeah.
Oh, okay. It keeps coming up in other trivia things, and I'm like, I haven't even heard of this movie. Okay.
Yeah, it's a Terry Gilliam movie. It's weird. It's not
that makes sense to me now.
But it's a cult movie. Some people love it. But yeah, American History X is a phenomenal movie. Yeah, really, really good.
Frightening as hell.
Movie, and yeah, great supporting cast in there. You got Captain Cisco in there, as a teacher, and Eddie. And one of the last times we saw Eddie Furlong in a mainstream movie before he kind of went away.
right.
So yeah, I'll go American History X. Jordan.
Yeah, so I haven't seen Brazil either. That's a blind spot. I know it's it stars Robert De Niro, and it's supposed to be pretty good if you're into what it's about. But American History X is very powerful. Amazing performances from Ed Norton and then Ed Furlong, the two Eds, Ed and Ed. We just need an Eddie, but if you know the cartoon. But yeah, I think that it's a powerful movie and even powerful ending too. So yeah, I'll go with American History X.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, but Mike, what do you say?
Wow. I say I need to watch both of these. And I do like Gilliam. I enjoyed Time Bandits.
Oh yeah.
And some of it. What was 12 Monkeys was good too, though. So let's see.
I didn't like that.
I don't know. I'll be contrary and go for the American History X, just for fun. Even though it's
didn't Gilliam also direct Monty Python and the Holy Grail? I think he did.
He's part of it, but I think he only directed one of them or something like that.
Part of it. That might have been was it Terry Jones directed stuff as well, which part of it.
Yeah,
I don't know
he did a lot of
okay,
that.
maybe it just was involved with it somehow. Yeah, but Maria, what do you say?
I don't know anything about Brazil, so I guess I'll have to go American History X. Although that movie is frightening and disgusting in spots, but yeah, it's powerful. I know that.
Yeah.
Seen it more than once, but not on purpose. I mean, it was just somebody else was watching it, and they're like, "You want to watch it?" I'm like, I guess, because I don't like being depressed and feeling bad about people that are living in America and what they're doing. I don't care. Anyway, American History.
Yeah.
Terry Gilliam directed Holy Grail, and then he did the animated stuff in The Meaning of Life.
But
yeah, that's it.
But Malcolm, what do you say here?
Maria, Brazil is a country in South America.
I know.
Really?
Are there people? Are there people?
You learn something new every day.
Wow.
Powerful. But anyway, I actually haven't seen American History X. It's another one that I've been meaning to get to for a long time, but with watching a lot of other movies sort of prepare for shows and stuff, it just hadn't been one that's sort of come up in that topic. But yeah, I've actually seen Brazil. It's a weird movie. It's one that people like to argue is a non-conventional Christmas movie because it takes place during that time. But you know what? It's looking like we're going to get a lot of American movies in here just because people haven't seen the other ones. But I'm going to go Brazil.
What are you trying to say? Us Americans only care about America? Get out of here.
Yeah.
We're making it great again. Haven't you read those hats?
We don't like America. We
Oh.
don't like
Yeah,
America.
get out of this country. America first.
I wasn't
Yeah,
aware.
right.
It was not
Okay.
great still. I didn't get the memo.
Yeah. But Richie, what do you say here?
Yeah, Brazil's a weird movie. I think it requires multiple viewings. If you can stomach that, because it's not accessible to everybody. You're just like, okay, I've done. Yeah, that was weird. That's enough for me. But like, yeah, if you kind of, feel the need to kind of, want to understand it more, it bears sort of watching multiple times, but not in the sense of like Tenet where you just won't understand it, no matter how many times, in my opinion. But I think Brazil is at least coherent enough where like you will pick stuff up in multiple viewings, and it's a good movie. But American History X is more accessible and more confronting. Unfortunately, kind of timely, but
Yeah.
A little bit, yeah.
But it's great. I own American History X, and it's a fantastic film. So I'll go American History X.
Yeah.
Terry Gilliam's actually got a very weird filmography.
Hey, Malcolm, this is for that Brazil comment.
Yeah, he does.
I hit you in the head.
Yeah.
You didn't even feel it, did you?
Got Congo and Last King of Scotland.
He's not from Scotland. He's in Uganda.
Yeah, that doesn't have
I
anything
know.
to do with Scotland.
I know,
Who's
but
in-
Scotland's in the title, so it's in the
I know,
Who's
title.
in Congo? I don't.
But Jordan.
So I've never seen The Last King of Scotland. I've heard that it's really good. It's supposed to be an excellent performance from Forrest Whitaker, but so it's on my list to eventually watch. But I have seen Congo. It's been a long time, but I've seen Congo, and I also read the book by Michael Crichton because I'm a big Michael Crichton fan, and I remember just like walking in. Yeah, right. Just walking in. So my parents watching Congo and like seeing just monkeys going haywire all over the place, and like it really freaked me out as a kid. And then later on, I decided that I was a little older and maybe I could handle it a little better, so I rewatched it, and it was good. I didn't like love it, but it's still pretty good. So yeah, I'll go Congo. Mike, what do you say?
Wow, it's a toss-up because I've seen both movies, and I really enjoy Congo, but Forrest Whitaker's performance in The Last King of Scotland was just something to behold. I guess I'll put it that way.
Yeah.
So I'll go with The Last King of Scotland.
Yeah. Maria, what do you say?
I haven't seen that one, and I have seen Congo, which I kind of liked. Nothing bad about it that I didn't like, so I'll go with Congo.
Sounds good. Malcolm, what do you say here?
Yeah, I was trying to find out sort of why he considered himself Last King of Scotland. I couldn't find it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've seen Congo. It's a pretty fine animal attack movie. But I actually really enjoy Last King of Scotland, so I'm going to go vote for it.
Yeah. Richie, what do you say?
Yeah, Congo's good. Last King of Scotland's great. It's a fantastic movie. Forrest Whitaker's performance is exceptional. I think it's one of the best performances I've seen, and one of the best performances I've seen. He's just chilling. He's haunting as Eddie. I mean, he's amazing. And like James McAvoy is really good in it as well. But yeah, it's a great film. But yeah, it also like I watched it multiple times, but it's also could be one of those films where you watch once like, oh, that's not, yeah, okay. I'm done because it is
Yeah.
hard to watch sometimes, but it's very, very good. So yeah, Congo's good, but yeah, Last King of Scotland for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Austin.
Google
Yeah.
says, oh, sorry. Google
You're good.
says Idi Amin was fond of Scotland as a symbol of resilience and admiring of the Scottish people for their resistance to the English.
So he was a fan of like the resistance, the Civil War that there was going on in Scotland.
Opposition to colonial suppression. It says here.
All right. I have seen Last King of Scotland once. It's been a long time. I need to revisit it. It's been forever. But if I'm being honest, which one I would rather watch right now? Congo's a big guilty pleasure of mine. I really like that movie. So I got to go with my guilty pleasure thing, and I'll go with Congo. That makes it a tie, and it goes to Maria for the tiebreaker. So.
I'll go with Congo.
All right. I'll go. I got From Russia with Love and Beavis and Butthead to America.
Oh, he's serious right now. Okay.
Let's go.
Well, just exactly
randomizer on.
Yeah, I don't know where this is going to go because this might be a pretty split panel on one of the topics. So we'll see. It might depend on where our newbie goes. Mike, what do you say?
Wow. Okay. Let's see. Well, of the two, I have to say I've seen Beavis and Butthead. So, but that's one of those kind of movies you either have to be in the mood for, or for me, I have to be really, really tired to find it really, really funny. But I'll go with Beavis and Butthead.
I must be tired all the time then, which I am, but still.
Yeah, right.
So watch it as many times as I watch it.
Yeah, same. but Maria, what do you say?
Well, obviously, I'm a James Bond aficionado. Consider myself sort of an expert in that opinion there. And it's the second movie in the franchise. Robert Shaw is one of the absolute best villains ever in a James Bond movie. They fight on a train, and it goes on forever. Sean Connery, of course, is Sean Connery. And you get good old Olga, or whatever her name is. Olga's the lady that helps him. Well, double agent. And then lady with the knife in her foot and her shoe is in this one, and it's pretty freaking great. So I'm going to have to go with Russia with Love.
Yeah. Malcolm, what do you say?
Yeah, some form of a Beavis and Butthead movies come up a lot of the last a lot of the last tournament fights. It's no surprise of mine that I really don't care about Beavis and Butthead at all. Like I'm not even bothered watching the movie. It's easily From Russia with Love.
Yeah. Richie, what do you say?
I don't have a From Russia with Love tattoo.
Okay, yeah. True. That's very true. Austin.
I don't either. I just really like Beavis and Butthead, so Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah.
This
and
has
also
been Tournament Fights Confessions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right. and From Russia with Love barely has that much to do with Russia. They talk about it, but like I can't remember. Do they even go to Russia?
Holy shit!
Even do. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
So
it's
like
Russia's involved quite heavily. But okay.
Yeah, like
that's all the agents are from Russia.
Yeah, but like they don't. I don't know. Like you think they would like go to Russia or something like that. But anyways, I do like it. But I'm a huge Beavis and Butthead fan, so I freaking love Beavis and Butthead. I watched this movie like about 50 times in my lifetime. So yeah, I'll vote Beavis and Butthead. Beavis and Butthead.
All right. Got the American President and American Beauty. Another American matchup.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maria.
Okay.
American President, good old Michael Douglas and Annette Bening. Yeah. And then you got American Beauty, crazy ass pedophile, whatever he is, Kevin Spacey and
not
Annette
guilty.
Bening.
Just saying.
Not guilty.
Yeah, right.
One count, not all of them. Okay, so anyway, I don't judge him by that anyway. I still watch LA Confidential and I don't puke or anything. He's on screen. Yeah. I'm gonna go with the American President because I thought the end was just so effed up, and I didn't like the whole paper bag thing and all that stuff. It was very esoteric, and I'm not that kind of person. So yeah, American President, it's a romance, it's fine.
Yeah. Malcolm, what do you say?
Yeah, I haven't seen any American presidents. I haven't even seen the movie The American President. But yeah, like controversial people aside, I think American Beauty is a really good movie. So yeah, I'm gonna go American Beauty.
Yeah. Richie, what do you say?
Yeah, American President gets brought up a lot on Top Fights, and also it got brought up on Rankin as an honorable mention before, like, Caro made an argument for it to be a rom-com from the 90s. But yeah, and I still haven't seen it. I do want to. So I will go American Beauty. I do really like it. Just yeah, it's hard to watch Kevin Spacey these days, but I might give it another watch at some point. Yeah, but I did like it when it came out, and yeah, it's really good. So I'll go American Beauty.
Yeah, Austin.
Yeah, I think I'll also go American Beauty just because I've only seen American President once. I just don't remember a lot about it. It was a long, long time ago. That's one I definitely need to revisit because I do like Michael Douglas a lot. And, Jordan's boy Michael J. Fox is in there kind of before he had as like the press secretary. So, he still did a couple movies before he had to kind of semi-retire. But I'll go American Beauty.
Yeah, I'll vote for the one with Annette Bening in it. Because she's in both.
She's in both. Yeah, I'm just gonna say.
Yeah, but I've actually never seen American Beauty. I have gone to watch that like crazy dinner scene where like Kevin Spacey starts screaming at his wife and daughter and all that. And that's a pretty powerful scene. But the American President's pretty good. It's not one that I'm like crazy for, but I think it's good. So I'll go with American President. Yeah. Mike, what do you say?
Let's see. Of the two, even though I love Michael Douglas as an actor, I have not seen that one. I did see American Beauty, and it's not one that I routinely watch over and over again. But I'll have to vote for that one because it's the one I've seen.
Yeah, sure. Sounds good.
All right, got Out of Africa. Like I said, Jordan included a couple.
There's some Africa. I don't know if we put continents if you're not going to put it here. So.
Yeah. Versus the American Wedding. Malcolm.
Yeah, Out of Africa is one that I think I've seen once. It's been ages. Like if I have, I just really don't remember that much about it. But I recently rewatched all the American Pie movies this year. And, I really love American Wedding. So yeah, American Wedding gets my vote here.
Yeah, Richie, what do you say?
I'll just pretend for this tournament it's called Out of South Africa. But even though I'm not going to play I won't play the semantics game. Like I even if it was going up against other things, I'd vote for it on its own. But like but like Out of Africa, I know it got nominated for Oscars and stuff. But this is one of those ones, kind of like The English Patient, where I'm like, yeah, I don't get why. Anyway, it's fine. American Wedding though is like probably my least favorite of the initial four. I mean the original cast four. It's still good, but like it's just doesn't hit me as hard as the other three do. So, but I still find enjoyment on it. So I'll go American Wedding.
Yeah. Austin, what do you say?
Yeah, American Wedding is kind of my least favorite of the series too. Mostly because I don't mind most of what the cast is doing, other than Stifler. Stifler seems like he's on cocaine in this movie. It's really weird.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what Sean William Scott's acting in this movie was, but like he's not acting like Stifler in this movie. It's very. I just running around going like, what are you doing, bro? Like, are you like high on something? Like, what the hell are you doing? Like, why are you so hyper in this movie? Like, I don't get it. Like, if I ever met him, I'd be like, what the fuck was up with American?
Becomes Beavis and Butthead in the movie.
Why are you acting like you're acting in this movie? That's weird. But I'll still go for it. I haven't seen Out of Africa. It just seems like not a me movie. I don't care. Look at that picture of them sitting in a field. I'm sure it's a very engaging conversation, but I don't care.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I've never seen Out of Africa either. It's there's a blind spot, but yeah, American Wedding's good. Remember the first time that I saw it? There's this girl that I kind of had like a summer fling kind of thing with, and we went to her house to watch this movie. But it was back when when you would like rent things off a pay-per-view. I guess you still can, but people don't really do it like they used to. And for some reason, her mom decided to come sit down and watch it with us. And like we didn't want her to. Like it's really awkward because there's a lot of nudity in that from the bachelor party and all that stuff. So it was like pretty awkward. And she was a very awkward mom too. So it made it even worse. So kind of like that almost, but so yeah. But I'll go with the American Wedding though. That it's pretty good. Yeah. Mike, what do you say?
Well, it's been a really long time. I actually have seen Out of Africa and did enjoy it. And once we started talking about it, the scene that popped into my head was one at the beginning of the movie where they're hunting and Meryl Streep's character I think it's a bird, shoots a bird, and then it drops. And one of the guys that's with her, they were talking about somebody that they knew mutually, and he goes, "That was Hans," or something, and everybody kind of laughs or whatever. It was a good movie.
I don't remember that at all, but okay.
It was.
It must be in the beginning.
It was toward the beginning. It is an excellent movie, but it's been years since I've seen it. I have seen American Wedding, and of the American Pie movies, that's the one I've seen the most. So I'll be contrary and give it to Out of Africa, just because.
Sure, yeah. Sounds good. Maria, what do you say?
Out of Africa, the story of a married couple that go there. They're from Germany, and then he takes off back to Germany, leaves her there. Robert Redford is an interest. He's a pilot. They get together even though they're married, because the other guy's got someone else pregnant while he's married. It's a long story, but
I thought
anyway,
he was a big game hunter.
he does things like that. He's a scout. He's a game hunter, but he's not. That's not what the movie's about. It's about their relationships. So it's good. It's really good. But at the end, of course, then Robert has to croak out, and so we're all crying. It's a good movie. American Pie's okay, but I'll vote for Out of Africa because I know it better.
Yeah.
All right. Wedding.
The American Wedding.
The Mexican versus salmon fishing in the Yemen.
Yeah.
Julia Roberts in the Mexican, right? Is that the one?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. Good. Yeah. Right. Richie. Yeah.
Is it me? Okay. So I haven't seen the Mexican. I just remember for some reason I was in like grade 7, so I was like I was like probably like 11 or 12, and then like my teacher on a Monday just talked about how like I don't even know what context she's talking about, but she's talking about how we watched this movie. I watched this movie, The Mexican, on the weekend, and like a bunch of us walked out. It was a terrible movie. I just randomly started ranting about it. So okay, you didn't have anyone to rant about it at home. Okay, just talking about it with kids, and but I also haven't seen salmon fishing in the Yemen. So I don't know. I mean, in a rare position for me where I haven't seen both movies. So both have good casts, but just because I've heard bad things about the Mexican, I haven't heard much about salmon fishing in the Yemen, and I like Emily Blunt and Ewan McGregor. I'll go salmon fishing in the Yemen.
Yeah.
Don't go yet. We got to finish turning.
Yeah. I'll after this.
You take a snack if you're walking there.
It'll take me a while to get there.
Yeah, right.
It's a long walk.
You just teed me up, Richie. Sorry, I couldn't help it. I haven't seen either one of these, so I'll go salmon fishing in the Yemen with you, Richie. Let's go.
Yeah, okay.
Well, I hate fishing, so I'm not going to go salmon fishing in any way, really. but which I have been fishing a lot in my life, just because my family likes to fish from time to time. But yeah. And I don't remember that much about the Mexican. I remember seeing it in theaters, and I remember really liking it when I saw it, but I've only seen it the one time, and I just don't remember a lot about it. I just remember them just Brad Pitt and Julia Roberts running around all frantic.
Brad Pitt. Yeah.
And they're going after like some kind of gun that they're trying to retrieve or for the mob or something like that. So, but yeah, I'm gonna vote for the Mexican because it's the one I've seen. But Mike, what do you say?
Well, of the two, I've never been salmon fishing in Yemen, I've been salmon fishing around here. But of the two, I've seen the Mexican. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was funny, so I'll give it to the Mexican.
Yeah. Maria.
I haven't seen the salmon fishing one, but I have seen the Mexican, and I agree with Richie's teacher, whoever that was. It sucked. I didn't care for it at all. So I'm going to give it to the salmon fishing because I didn't like the Mexican, even though I saw it.
Sure. Yeah.
I like Emily Blunt. I mean, really,
Yeah.
no comparison.
So, and then Malcolm, what do you say?
Yeah, I haven't seen the Mexican either, but Salmon Fishing in the Yemen is actually a pretty good movie. Like, and it's directed by the guy who directed almost all the music videos for ABBA.
Oh wow,
Really?
interesting.
But yeah,
cool.
I mean, he also directed other movies, but
Why didn't that guy direct the Mamma Mia movies then? Wouldn't that make sense?
Yeah, right.
I mean,
Well,
maybe
probably the
because
techniques
he
have
was doing
improved.
other movies around those times.
This is about 20-some years. There's a difference.
Yeah, this movie, yeah.
But I'm going to go Salmon Fishing in the Yemen.
Okay, you can come with us. Yeah.
I don't even know where Yemen
Bring
is.
extra
It's gonna be next to
It's
Oman. or
beside
something?
Oman.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's in,
Yeah. Right.
Saudi Arabia area, isn't it? Somewhere around there.
It's where Chandler was going to work to get away from
shout out,
Dennis.
shout out to Miss Megan
Oh.
from Year 7.
Oh yeah.
She was pretty cool, and she was pretty hot. Just mentioning. Thank you.
Nice.
Oh, John Candy.
All right, well, let's keep up the good pace here. We're doing well, so let's keep it up. I got the China Syndrome, and we wanted to have some Canadian representation, so we threw in Canadian Bacon with John Candy.
Yeah.
I've seen that for a long time.
Yeah, so we'll start with me. I like John Candy, but I haven't seen Canadian Bacon. It's a blind spot of mine. I know it was one of his last movies. I think his last completed movie, because he also did Wagons East, which he died during. But I have seen the China Syndrome. It's a really great. I'm on a big 70s kick right now, and it's a good 70s thriller. So I'll go with China Syndrome.
Yeah, I've also never seen either one of these, and I'm a big John Candy fan, but I looked up the reviews for Canadian Bacon. They were bad,
They're not good.
Yeah, yeah, and
He was
so I
older
was like,
then, right?
yeah, I think it
Was
maybe
he
a little
older?
bit.
Okay.
Yeah, but the China Syndrome though, that's a pretty good cast. I mean, Michael Douglas, Jane Fonda, Jack Lemmon, and Wilford Brimley. I mean, that's a pretty great cast. So yeah, I would gladly watch
True
that. So yeah, I'll go with the China Syndrome. Mike, what do you say?
Well, I have seen both, but it's been a really long time since I've seen either one. I do know that Canadian Bacon didn't really stick with me as far as candy goes. So, but I haven't seen the
It's not
China
candy, it's a
Syndrome
meat.
in a really long. Oh yes. Tasty pizza topping. Anyway,
Yeah.
But I'll go with John Candy. Why not?
Sure, yeah. Show him some love. Maria.
Orange whip, orange whip, orange whip. 3 orange whips. The China Syndrome is excellent, relevant. Did a pretty good job until we see Chernobyl, and then we're like, what the? Well, it could have happened to us anyway. And John Candy, poor John Candy. I don't think he did well in the movies that he picked in the later years. So I'll just go with China Syndrome because I like it a lot.
Yeah. Malcolm, what do you say?
Michael Douglas has been in a lot of movies named after countries. Like he was the American president, and now he's in China Syndrome.
Yep. Brian Moore.
There probably has been more. I haven't looked up his filmography to find out. I haven't seen either of these movies. I've only seen New Zealand Bacon. I haven't quite got around to the other countries' bacon yet.
Okay.
New Zealand's more
Is there
popular.
an American bacon?
New Zealand likes eggs more than bacon. New Zealand eggs.
Yeah. Eggs, yeah.
But if I had to pick between one of these, China Syndrome seems to be more well liked, so I'm going to go China Syndrome.
Well, Michael Douglas is in some city and state movies. He's in King of California and Las Vegas. He does geography movies, his share. You know?
Yeah, right. Even if you want to consider Wall Street an actual
Kind of a
Driver.
place.
Location,
It's a
yeah.
street, yeah.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
location, yeah.
Mhm.
But Richie.
Yeah, I haven't seen Canadian Bacon, but I knew that the reviews weren't stellar to say the least. When I knew about it wasn't well received at all, which is unfortunate. But yeah, so and I haven't seen the China Syndrome either, but I've heard it's really good, and and that cast looks really appealing, and so I'd check it. I'd probably check it out before I check out Canadian Bacon. So yeah, I'll go to China Syndrome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Real quick, pop quiz ASAD. Who directed Canadian Bacon? Anybody know?
No.
Harold Ramis? I'm just gonna guess.
Kevin
Nope.
Bacon.
Nope.
6
It's someone
degrees.
you wouldn't. It's someone you wouldn't expect. I'm gonna.
Yes.
I'm,
I would not be surprised if JPO asked this question, or I might
Ridley
even,
Scott.
in a future ASAD.
Yeah,
it's,
right.
It's his only non-documentary feature. Michael Moore directed Canadian
okay.
Bacon.
Really?
That's probably
Wow.
what's wrong with
Weird.
it, don't you think?
Yeah, it's really weird, right? Yeah, it's probably what's wrong with him. He doesn't know comedy.
I don't think
Yeah.
that's his bag.
No.
I mean,
No.
I'm not going to lie. If John Candy was still alive today, I could see John Candy play Michael Moore in the biopic.
Yeah, I could.
Right.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
You actually could, yeah.
All right, got Coming to America and Gods of
Oh,
Egypt.
that's easy.
Yeah, easy.
yeah.
Is anybody going to vote for Gods of Egypt? Hell no.
Nope, we're not.
Pretty
So
much
All right,
not.
sounds
zero.
good. I know.
Did I watch
Jordan,
for the first time?
I know you just said we'll talk about it when we come back around to it.
Yeah.
The movie Alex Proyas whinged about that critics didn't like. Make a better movie, Alex Proyas. You
Make
made
a better
it, bro.
movie,
Yeah.
Alex. Yeah, your career has gone in the shitter really quickly. So yeah, make better movies. I know it's your boy
Yeah.
Gerard, but that's a bad movie. American Werewolf in London and American Tail, Five Goes West.
Okay.
Wow.
The Predator, the Elite Fifle.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It's funny.
And
Who's it?
who's first?
Jordan.
Oh, to me? Okay. Yeah. So, yeah. Actually, I've seen both of these, and I like both of them, but I like one a little better. That's probably American Werewolf in London, and it has one of the greatest transformation scenes that I've ever seen in a movie. It's really cool.
First one I've ever seen.
And
Yeah.
and even has some like pretty good humor, kind of back and forth. And then when his friend's showing up as like a zombie looking guy, and he's more decayed every time that he shows up. But I think that it's a lot of fun. So yeah, I'll go with American Werewolf in London. Mike, what do you say?
Have not partaken of Five Goes West. I have seen American Werewolf in London once. It was an interesting watch. It was a fun watch. So I'll go with American Werewolf in London. Give John Landis some love.
Yeah, and Five Goes West is a fun performance from Jimmy Stewart. I'll say that he's a voice in it. But Maria.
Well, I remember American Werewolf in London, the transformation scene. We've never seen anything like that. I remember at the time. Of course, now it's commonplace, but I think they did a lot of work to get it to that point. I think John Landis directed, right? Because right after
Yes,
this, he
it
was
was
in the
Landis.
trial for what's his face getting his head cut off. Yeah, by the helicopter.
The Twilight Zone movie accident.
Yeah.
Vic Morrow.
American Werewolf. I think I'd pick that over Fifle. I like Fifle, but it's really American Tail 2, whatever.
Yeah. Malcolm, what do you
Seen
say?
one rat, you've seen them all.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Father. Unfortunately, you've just been going up against good movies. I like American Tail.
I do
too. I think it. I'm quite decided if I like it more than the first one. I think I like them both just equally. But yeah, I saw American Werewolf in London for the first time this year. Actually, was when we started off there doing werewolf movies on Mancom. But yeah, it's a real good movie, so I'm going to go American Werewolf in London.
Yeah. Richie, what do you say?
Yeah, I said before, and I think I prefer Five Goes West, and it's really good. But yeah, it's kind of a good movie. American Werewolf in London is really good, and so yeah. But his son, John's son Max Landis is going to do a remake of this, but then he got cancelled. So
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was unfortunate for him, huh?
don't know if that will get that, but yeah, would have been interesting. But yeah, so I'll go American Werewolf in London.
What did Max Landis get canceled for? Was it like?
I think it's a few things. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
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 I never really heard about that, but anyways.
General inappropriate behavior usually is what it is. So yeah.
Yeah, something happened too. I can't remember what it was. Like
Yeah.
It makes sense from
lawsuit or
his
something, I
interviews. He
don't know.
seems like a weird dude, but
He's a weird dude.
yeah, but Austin.
Yeah, I'll quickly go American Werewolf in London because I want to play the director of Five Goes West game filmography because it's a very weird career. Simon Wells, he first directs Five Goes West. He then does We're Back, a Dinosaur Story. So he sticks to animation, which is fine. Balto, which is fine. He directs Prince of Egypt, which we'll see here in a few minutes, actually. Good
great.
movie. And then he goes to live action with The Time Machine with Guy Pearce. Remember that movie?
Yeah.
I really like that movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't bad.
Wasn't Wells related to H.G. Wells? I read that someplace.
Maybe. So maybe that's
Yes.
why he did it. I don't know. And then he jumps all the way to 2011 in his last movie, Mars Needs Moms, one of the biggest bars.
Oh Jesus! I said we can never get those 2 hours back.
Yeah,
My
right.
granddaughter wanted me to go. I'm like,
career
Jesus.
deader than a hammer. So yeah,
Yeah.
sorry, Simon Wells. But Jesus, lost a lot of money there.
Yeah, he's the great grandson of H.G. Wells.
There you go.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's
All
cool.
right.
There you go.
Australia.
Hey, all right. So Chinatown in Australia, Mike.
Movies that put Mike to sleep. Let's see.
Yeah.
Actually, I watched about half of Australia with a friend once, and then we figured out she started the movie too late because I was nodding off, so I didn't get to see that whole movie. Chinatown, I did see because I used to do a podcast where I interviewed authors, and one of them sent me a recommended list of movies, and they were all older movies. It was Tim Powers that wrote On Stranger Tides, and Chinatown was on there, so I did actually catch it. I enjoyed it. I mean, ending was, of course, a little weird, but it was supposed to be. So I'll give it to Chinatown.
Tell me
Yeah.
who she is. My mother. My sister.
Maria.
My mother. My sister. That's Chinatown.
Awkward family reunion.
Yeah. Well, he's hitting her in between each answer. Yeah, Chinatown. I've seen them both. I didn't love Australia. It took me forever to get through it, but I did like Chinatown. So yeah, Chinatown for me, please.
Yeah. Malcolm, what do you say?
So apparently, a lot of movies from people who did bad things also have countries and types. I'm not going to get too much on a tangent about Roman Polanski. Say what you want about the person. His movies are still good. Well, mostly. Most of his, but I don't think his other ones are going to show up here. But I saw Chinatown for the first time this year. Actually, I've still got to get to the sequel, The Two Jakes. But Chinatown, I think is pretty good. I think I've seen Australia, or at least I've seen part of it. Yes, I'm going to go Chinatown.
Maybe you fell asleep too, just like Mike.
If I've seen it, it's only because I stopped it because I had to go to work or something. Just haven't gone back to it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, Richie, you gonna vote for your home country here?
That's unfortunate because this was supposed to do a lot for I remember when this was announced, it was supposed to do this Baz Luhrmann's grand scale, epic, and it was gonna it'll be the amazing thing, and it did do well probably here because people were curious, but yeah, it just wasn't engaging at all, and it's boring. Initially the original cut of the film has Hugh Jackman's character die, and then but it was tested. It's screened in front of a test audience full of fucking old people. They're but that's too sad. So they have
Weird.
They haven't fucking lived, and you're just no, but but the history of Australia is sad because of but yeah, I don't know, and it just didn't work. And then I don't think Nicole Kidman was initially and Hugh Jackman were initially supposed to be the actors in the movie. I think it was going to be it was supposed to be Heath Ledger and somebody. I don't know who the actress was. It was Heath Ledger and somebody. But yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure Malcolm will look that up. But yeah, so I'll go Chinatown. Yeah, I'm sorry, Australia. Make a bit of movie about Australia.
Yeah, right.
Well, all the good movies in Australia are the ones that not named Australia. So
Yeah.
just yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I
But
haven't seen
what do you say,
Australia.
Austin?
I haven't seen Australia yet. I don't know. I probably won't get around to it. Just being honest, you know, I was like, maybe I'll get around. No, I'm not gonna get around to it. I saw Chinatown in the theater for the first time a couple years ago. Yeah, it's a pretty good movie. I need to revisit it, but I liked it enough, so I'll go Chinatown.
Yeah. So I watched Chinatown for the first time today because I just want to watch one that's considered an all-time classic, just to kind of see. And I mean, it's good, but it's just like Jack Nicholson walking around, like trying to investigate all this stuff. But it does it, yeah, like it's not the most like engaging movie that just like I don't know, like to be honest, it kind of bored me, but not as bad as some movies though. Like it still had like its redeeming quality. So, and I can kind of see why it's like so highly regarded. And Australia, I haven't seen. That's a blind spot. So, I mean, I like Chinatown enough. I'll go Chinatown. Yeah.
All right. Got American Reunion and the original Italian Job. Yeah, with those really sweet little Mini Coopers on the poster right there. Maria.
Yeah.
I like the American Pie series, but I like that Italian Job better. Michael Caine's excellent in that. It's pretty good. Vote for that one, please. Italian Job.
Yeah.
Yeah. Malcolm.
Yeah, I haven't actually seen the original Italian Job. I've been meaning to get to it, but I really love American Reunion. I think it's great.
Yeah. Richie.
Yeah, it's a shame that the original Italian Job's going up against Reunion because the original Italian Job is really good, like I mentioned, and yeah, like Michael Caine is really cool in it. Yeah, I really like the movie, but American Reunion, like, I was skeptical because it obviously quite a bit after the American Wedding, and after we've had a few of those direct DVD sequels. But yeah, it works. Because I think it works. It's like I like how it's obviously a movie about sort of growing up, and also a movie about like how the guys realize how much Stifler actually means to them, and how maybe it's sort of almost a movie about like how Stifler sort of finally sort of matures a bit in a way. But yeah, and so it is good. It's good. So yeah, I'm gonna go American Reunion. I think it's fun.
Yeah. Austin, what do you say?
Aren't they talking about doing a fifth one like soon?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, they are.
Yeah, I mean, I know it'd be like the 10th one in the whole franchise, but like technically, the fifth one of this thing. But yeah, the more and more I think about it, the more I think American Reunion is my favorite of the series. I really like that movie a lot, and I like the arc with Stifler, and the quote about he's a dick, but he's our dick, and I think and I think it's a really cool movie, and I dig it. I like the original Italian Job as well, but I'll go American Reunion.
Yeah. Yeah, I really like the original Italian Job too. Like, it's like pretty close. Like, I kind of like this one and the remake equally, and yeah, I think that there's just a cool, like, fun kind of like retro vibe to the original Italian Job. And American Reunion, really good too. Like, I'll watch anything with this cast. Like, I think that's a really fun cast. So I think that I'll slightly edge it out to American Reunion because, like I would love to see it. Another one. So, I'd be down for it. So, I'll go with American Reunion. Mike, what do you say?
Have to say the original Italian Job is a blind spot for me. So I'll have to go with American Reunion.
Yeah. Sounds good.
What would they call the new one? American Retirement? Is that how they're going to do this one?
Yeah.
American Life, American Family? I don't know.
40-year reunion? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
American
American
20-year
Reunion.
reunion. I don't know.
American Reunion Returns.
maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah. We got the OG Madagascar versus Coming
Coming
to America.
the worst title for a sequel ever.
Yeah.
It's just the same
Really bad.
title.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But Malcolm.
Yeah, this is relatively easy for me. Coming to America is not good. Like, yeah, and one of my friend was like, was like, yeah, Coming to America had no sequel. It doesn't exist.
Yeah.
But yeah, but I'm going to go for the OG Madagascar.
Yeah. Richie, what do you say?
This sequel to Coming to America is why I'm nervous about Beverly Hills Cop 4.
Yeah.
Just because, look, I know, yeah, it's just like you wait too long and then it gets to the wrong hands who don't understand what makes the originals good. And then, yeah, you have this, bad title, bad comedy, bad music. Good God, the music was written bad in this movie. Good. It was just, everything about it was just cringy. I don't know how much they must have offered Eddie Murphy a bunch of money, they backed up the truck full of money for this movie because usually he is quite careful sometimes with it. I mean, recent years he's been more careful with picking and choosing his role, but no. And Madagascar, the first one, it's fun. I like it a lot. Yeah, it's good. I really enjoy the characters, and yeah, it still holds up. It's really good. So Madagascar easily.
Yeah. Austin, what do you say?
Yeah, I'll go with Madagascar. Yeah, I like those movies, and yeah, I still haven't watched Coming to America because of all the things I heard about it. I just didn't want to. I don't know. I just saw the original one like not that long ago, and I really liked it, so I didn't want to ruin that because I really liked the original one. So I didn't want to kill the vibe immediately, so I skipped it. So I'll go with Madagascar.
Yeah. I mean, I'll talk about the original when we get to the second round. So I obviously haven't seen the second one, so I'm not going to watch that one first and then the original. So I watched the original this morning. But yeah, I think Madagascar though is a lot of fun. I think maybe Sacha Baron Cohen as King Julian might be one of the standouts in there. And then like there's some funny stuff like Chris Rock doing his like, oh honey sugar iced tea, or like and like just some kind of cheesy jokes. It's not something that I like laugh out loud that much, but it's entertaining though. Like you can just watch it and just be entertained. I think it's probably one of the better ones of the franchise. So yeah, I'll go with Madagascar. Mike, what do you say?
Let's see. Well, as much as I love the first Coming to America, I have to say there's a blind spot for me on that one. Have not seen the second one. Maybe it's good that I missed it. So I'll go with Madagascar.
Yeah. Maria.
Coming to America, please, for 10. I don't know, however much. I like them both, but I've seen that one. It's hilarious. I mean, I'm sorry. It's just funny.
Sure. Yeah. But it'll be Madagascar.
Yeah. McFarlane USA and 7 Years in Tibet. Be Richie.
Bored to death or what?
Yeah. Don't really have like a. I'm not. You're right, Maria. Don't really have like affinity for either of these. Really, I think is it McFarlane USA? Is that directed by Malcolm
Nicky Caro.
Yeah, Nicky Caro. Yeah, I thought so. Well, Rider and Milan. Yeah, I remember it being pretty good. 7 Years in Tibet is also pretty good. Yeah, I think McFarlane USA is a bit underrated, so I'll go McFarlane USA.
Yeah. Austin, what do you say?
Yeah, I'll go with McFarlane USA. I haven't seen 7 Years in Tibet. It's a Brad Pitt blind spot. I don't know. I remember watching the trailer when we went to do that Brad Pitt tournament, and I was like, yeah, no, I'll skip this one. But McFarlane USA is an okay sports movie. It's all right. So, yeah, I'll go with that. Jordan?
Yeah, so I haven't seen 7 Years in Tibet, but it has a really good trailer for it though. The trailer's actually they steal the music from Dragonheart. I don't know why they use that in the trailer, but they're literally using the Dragonheart thing. But and they make it seem like it's just this really powerful, really good epic. But from what I've heard, that the movie doesn't quite live up to how good that trailer is. The trailer's almost better than the movie. But McFarlane USA. I remember seeing it in theaters and actually really, really liking it. Like it's because my whole family, minus me, I was the only one who didn't run cross country, but the rest of my entire family did, all my siblings. So I went to a lot of meets. I played basketball in high school and didn't want to do anything else. So because I wanted to just hang out with my friends and stuff after school and not really like be involved with too much. And also I get a really good appreciation for like the Hispanic culture and like their like hard work ethic and like their like how they have really big families. And like you just learn a lot about that, and I really appreciated that too. So yeah, I'll go with McFarlane USA. Mike, what do you say?
Well, let's see. Have to admit, McFarlane USA was a blind spot until I discovered that I could find it on Disney Plus. I watched about a third of it earlier today. I have seen 7 Years in Tibet, so I'll have to give it to 7 Years in Tibet. I may change my mind once I watch the rest of McFarlane USA, but I'll have to give it to 7 Years in Tibet.
Sure.
Yeah, sounds good. Maria, what do you say?
Exciting sports movie, Total Coma. McFarlane USA. I watched it. It's boring as hell. That's why nobody watches it. Nobody wants to see it. Who cares?
Yeah.
It takes forever.
That's probably true.
So, yeah, I'll take
Literally-
McFarlane. Thank you.
I've heard that it feels like 7 years just to get to that movie.
It does.
But,
Atonement took forever.
Yeah.
I love them.
yeah. But Malcolm, what do you say here?
Yeah, the director of 7 Years to Tibet hasn't done a lot of English to English movies that I've found out from looking at his filmography. So it's done this, Enemy at the Gates, Two Brothers, and then Black Gold. Like his most recent movie came in 2022 called Notre Dame Brûlée.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't seen McFarlane USA. I think I've seen 7 Years to Tibet once. So I'm gonna go 7 Years in Tibet.
Okay.
Yeah. So be McFarlane.
USA. Got the African Queen and the Prince of Egypt.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So me first. Yeah. I watched the African Queen on a plane once. I was like, I mean,
What?
I got nothing better to do, sir. I fell in a blind spot. It's okay, but man, that movie drags about as slow as the boat does once it breaks down. Yeah, I'll go with Prince of Egypt. I rewatched it again fairly recently and really enjoyed it. So I'll go Prince of Egypt.
Yeah, like I've also seen both of these, and the African Queen. I think it's good. Like it's like sorry, Chris Scott, if you're watching. I've seen Casa Blanca, and like I liked it, didn't love it. Kind of feel the same way with African Queen. I liked it, didn't love it. So I know he's a huge Humphrey Bogart fan, but the Prince of Egypt's great though. Like especially that music. There's just like so many bangers in there. I mean, with Whitney Houston and Mariah Carey, and then like they have like Deliver Us. They have like Look at Your Life Through Heaven's Eyes. Like there's just so many really good songs. So for the music alone, it's great. But then there's like some hidden cast that you kind of forget about. Steve Martin and Martin Short are in there, and yeah, it's fun. So Prince of Egypt. Mm-hmm. Mike, what do you say?
Let's see. Well, it's been a long time since I've seen either one of them. I have seen African Queen once. Yet another movie that was on Tim Powers' "You Got to See This" list. And I did see Prince of Egypt, and I really enjoyed it. So I'll give it to Prince of Egypt.
Yeah. Maria, what do you say?
I have seen them both. The African Queen is as dated as it sounds it should be, and I will vote for the Prince of Egypt.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how many queens are left in Africa. I'm sure there's a few.
And don't worry about Humphrey Bogart. He's dead. He won't care if you don't like him. It's okay.
Sure.
I don't like him either.
Yeah. Well,
I imagine most people that worked on the African Queen are dead by now.
Yeah,
yeah,
probably.
yeah. Probably. Yeah.
So it's okay. Everybody can say anything they want.
70 years ago, unless there was a very small child in that movie that's not elderly. Yeah.
Could have been me. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, but Malcolm, what do you say?
Yeah, just like a lot of people in this community, when it comes to classic movies made before 1970, I've got a lot of big blind spots in that area. African Queen is one of them. But yeah, I think Prince of Egypt is great. And yeah, it's one of those anime movies I didn't expect to love as much as I did, but I do. So Prince of Egypt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If Richie's there, I don't know if he's there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hang on. I haven't seen the African Queen.
Save
Yeah,
yourself.
I'll probably get.
But Richie, it's in Technicolor. Doesn't that appeal to you?
Yeah, right.
Technicolor. Oh man.
And if I recall, they call each other by cute names like Mr. This and Miss This. And
Okay, well,
fuck
yeah,
off.
I believe so.
Well, like Renee Zellweger said to Tom Cruise, "You had me at technical." I'll go Prince of Egypt. It's a good movie. It's fine. I haven't watched it in ages though, but I need to revisit it.
Well, it might be one of the first movies to be in color. I mean, not the first, but it just up there.
Wizard of Oz was 12 years before that, and there was other color movies before that. Yeah.
Wizard of Oz is a big deal.
But they're saying that wasn't it released in like the 40s though, or something
African
like that?
Queen is 1951, way after
Wizard
of Oz. Yeah.
Oh, it's 51. Well, it's close. I mean, it's 51. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not many people.
Air America and Captain America. Winter Soldier.
Let's just think.
All right. So anyway.
Yeah, let's put that one. All right.
Yeah, there's no point in waiting on that one.
All right. American Hustle and Lawrence of Arabia.
Okay.
So we'll go Jordan.
Oh, well, you had to come to me first because these are both blind spots for me. I've not seen Lawrence of Arabia. I've never seen American Hustle. And honestly, like Lawrence of Arabia, I don't know how long that movie is. Isn't it like 4 hours or something crazy? I thought maybe, but I know it's long. So that just seems like a bore. Like if I want to take a nap, I'll watch that movie. But a lot of people
the fucking disrespect to the classics, Jordan. That you lay on this.
Well, like some people
ridiculous.
have it as their favorite movie. I remember on like Collider, Dennis Zhang, like that was his favorite movie of all time. He would talk about it, but in American Hustle, just seems like it's a lot more up my alley. So I'll go
I don't think it would be, man. You can
you would not like American Hustle. You would hate it. You would hate every second of it.
Well, probably wouldn't like either one. So let's just go with one that's might keep me awake. I don't know. So yeah, but Mike, what do you say?
Well, I have to say Lawrence of Arabia is a blind spot, and I don't know how people would make it through an almost 4-hour movie, but I did like American Hustle. I didn't know anything about it when I watched it. It was on Prime a while ago. I enjoyed it. It's one of those things where I'll start watching it and then I found out it was like historically based. So I looked it up on Google and was like, okay, what is this all about? But I enjoyed it. There were some good performances in it, and so I'll give it to American Hustle. Sorry, Lawrence.
Yeah. Maria.
Jeez.
Lawrence of Arabia in 1964, I think. Is that what the year is? Something like that.
62.
62. We went to the theater. We went to the first time we'd ever been in a giant theater in St. Louis, Missouri, and they had rockers, and we all fell asleep. So that's Lawrence of Arabia for you. They woke us up to get us out of there. Anyway.
Yeah.
So that was in CinemaScope, and we were so excited, and we all just checked out. So I have to go with American Hustle, although I have not seen it. I have seen Lawrence of Arabia a couple times, and it's just long. It's just boring. So that's me. I don't like those kind of things that are boring. And
yeah, just like a guy wandering through the desert. I don't know.
Oh my God.
It's the whole story about a real person, but I mean, it's just like so convoluted.
Ridiculous. Jesus.
The fake blood, too, looks orange. Sorry. It didn't hold up well.
And also, I've had to wake people up in the theater
know.
after I worked in the movie theater. I've had to do
Oh,
that
really?
to wake him up. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
So,
That's
but
pretty funny.
Malcolm, what do you say here?
I mean, if people can make it through the theatrical cut of Return of the King, they shouldn't be complaining about.
But that actually has some action, like cool, awesome.
There's some action and shit. Yeah, ghosts and
Plenty
stuff.
of
Dude.
action.
The same people who go, oh, like, this movie's
Boring
4 hours.
script.
Also, the people who go, oh, I binge watched the whole season in 2 days. Really?
I binge
Yeah,
watched
right.
all of Stranger Things in an afternoon. It was great. Yeah.
That was
You
my
watched
ex-wife. She
technology
wouldn't watch
programming.
long movies, but she would binge watch entire seasons. Yeah.
My
I
eyes
got
won't
her for that all the
focus
time.
anymore, but I watched it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I actually haven't seen Lawrence of Arabia. It's been a movie that's been one I've been wanting to get to in a while. I have seen American Hustle. I like it enough, but just so it's not a complete shutout, I'm going to vote for Lawrence of Arabia.
American Hustle at least has like a 70-something% on Rotten Tomatoes, at least. So, but
Nobody talks about it.
Richie?
Yeah, and I disagree with the 70% because I'm not a fan of American Hustle at all. You want to put controversial figures. David O. Russell is a bit of hit or miss for me. I like the fighter. I like the fighter. But yeah, and like some other film. But American Hustle is just bland. But I think the best part is for me Jennifer Lawrence. I think she's really good in this movie. She sort of shows her comedic chops. It's another movie, obviously, with Bradley Cooper in it. Yeah. The performances are decent. Louis C.K.'s in this movie as well. He's pretty good. But yeah, it just does. It just I don't know. I swear to God, Jordan, you would not like this movie. It doesn't go anywhere.
Sure.
You don't. It's people talking.
I mean, to bring up a comparison, David O. Russell movies are very similar in a way to Paul Thomas Anderson's. Where there's a bunch of like well-known people, but the movies don't really go
right.
So I don't think it's going to be one you're going to like.
Yeah, Silverline's Playbook is one of his. It's pretty good. I mean,
yeah, and Remarkable Arabia. Yes, it's long, but it's
heard Amsterdam was terrible from last year. So
what was that?
I heard Amsterdam from last year was terrible.
That was one of the biggest bombs in a while. So
yeah.
But yeah, so I'll go Lawrence of Arabia. It is pretty. It's really good. I'll show you some other.
Sure. Austin.
Look, I'll definitely say it helps to watch Lawrence of Arabia on big screen. And literally my first time seeing it was on the big screen. It was on my Cinemark XD screen. So they put it on a big screen on a repertory screening. Great sound system. And yeah, the first time they show the shots of the desert with the music, it's incredible. Like, it's really great, phenomenal filmmaking. Like, David Lean is a master. Like, he knows what he's doing. He directed, Bridge on the Reply. Like, he directed a lot of really great movies. And yeah, so that's the best way to see it. I will say it doesn't work as well on like just a TV. But it's a really great movie. And you know what helps with the long movies, at least the older long movies? They have an intermission. There's an intermission built into it. Yeah,
nice.
They get to the point, and there's a 10-minute literal intermission. It cuts to black. There's an overture, and it says intermission for like 10 minutes, and then you come back and you watch the rest of the movie. It's great.
Oh, cool.
More long movies should do that. Martin Scorsese should have one for Killers in the Flower Moon.
Or if you just want to watch the whole movie, just fast forward with the intermission.
Yeah, there you go. But I own it on 4K. Look at that beautiful steelbook. Great stuff. Love it. So I'll go Lawrence of Arabia. So with that, but though we have a tie, and it goes to Malcolm.
We've got a lot of American movies, so Lawrence of Arabia.
Hey, all right,
Yeah.
sounds good. All right, got The American, another American movie, which is Roman J. Israel, Esquire.
Israel, guys. Yeah.
That's a very technicality there.
Clooney again, right? Oh yeah, I've seen that. I watch all Clooney.
It's a technicality, but it works.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Last King of Scotland. Not in Scotland, but hey, whatever.
Yeah.
I'll tell you a movie I substituted for another movie. I originally had Georgia Rule in here, which is the state of Georgia, but it's also a country, so we almost had that in here.
Yeah, right.
Like that. But we still set that up for something else.
Way to dovetail that.
I mean,
Right.
I was going to call out technicality for Lawrence of Arabia, because technically Arabia is half of a country's name.
Yeah.
Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia, yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't get off Lawrence of Arabia. It's a fucking good movie. It should be on here. So,
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. I was just saying.
but Mike,
Yeah.
you on this one?
You be first.
For me,
Yeah.
honestly, both of these movies are blind spots for me. I haven't seen either one of them.
You had to choose one.
So if I had to choose one, I'll give it to Clooney. I'll go for the American.
Yeah. Maria, what do you say?
Isn't that Samuel L. in the Israel thing?
Denzel.
Yeah, I believe so.
No, is that Denzel?
Yeah,
I thought it was
Denzel.
Yes,
Is it?
Denzel.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's Denzel.
Oh, it's Denzel.
Denzel.
I'm confused. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll vote for that one. Just because I haven't seen it and I've seen the American. I like Clooney, but I mean, he says the same thing over and over sometimes. There's like Syriana, like the other ones, you know, so, okay, we get that. You're politically active. We get that. We're happy.
Listen,
So
Sam Jackson doesn't like to be confused for other black people, Maria. He's not a fan.
Yeah,
I thought it was him.
Don't-
I thought
don't
it was
do
like
that.
one of those Unbreakable or whatever type shows. I haven't seen it. I don't know anything
Well,
about
it's like
it.
the joke from like Ted, where he's like, you know, the black guy in every
Yeah.
movie.
Who's
That's Sam
Right,
Jackson.
right.
Who's Sam Jackson?
Yeah.
You know you know every movie ever. He's the black guy.
Yeah, he's the black guy. Yeah.
I looked at my collection of movies. He's in a lot of them. I'm thinking to myself, geez, I must really like him.
Yeah, but Malcolm.
I mean, just based on the poster for Roman, I don't blame you for thinking it was his character from Unbreakable, because it is that kind of similar hairstyle. But
Yeah, that's why I was going for the hair.
yeah, I've seen I think I've seen Roman J. Israel once. I don't remember anything about the movie now. But I watched the American for the first. I watched the American for the first time when we did the 2010 Ladder series, and yeah, I really enjoyed the movie, so I'm going to go the American.
Yeah, Richie, you said.
Yeah, I haven't seen either of these, but I'm going to go based on the posters because I actually like that American poster. It's very old school. Looks kind of cool. So I'm going to go the American.
Yeah, Austin.
Yeah, I didn't see Roman J. Israel. I was going to say from the back, it looks like Eddie Murphy's male character from Norbit, the actual Norbit character. With the glasses and the afro. It looks exactly like that. No, I'll go with the American. I have seen it, and it's pretty good. So yeah, I'll go with that.
Yeah, I haven't seen either one. I mean, they both seem pretty interesting. I mean, I just remember seeing the trailer for the American and just seeing. I think he's in like Norway or Sweden or something like that, and he's like doing something, and then someone like follows him back to some European country like Germany or something like that. And then it becomes sort of like a love story, is what it kind of looks like. So, and I don't really know anything about Roman J. Israel.
It's Roman J. Israel.
Yeah, right. Yeah, there he is.
Even the big glasses.
The same glasses
in that
and everything.
character and Urkel.
Yeah, Urkel.
Oh,
Hey, Roman
you look
J.
anything like that?
Yeah.
No, thank you. I'll vote the American.
Norbit, get over here, Norbit. Norbit, get him back here. Oh, Jesus. Norbit will be in our 128 tournament because it won our worst movie tournament.
Did I do
Yeah,
that?
right.
Oof.
Yeah.
Got Lost in America against U.S. Marshals.
Mm.
Yeah.
Lost in America. What was that one about? I've
That's
forgotten. it.
Albert Brooks. It's like a road trip movie.
Oh, right. I love Albert Brooks, but I don't always love Albert Brooks. Tommy Lee Jones. Geez, he's so sourpuss nowadays.
Nowadays,
Is this the one where Wesley Snipes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Supposed to
What?
be a
Okay,
future
U.S. Marshals.
portion.
U.S. Marshals.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll take that.
It's the fugitive
spin-off
spinoff.
of the future.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Oh,
Yeah.
spin-off,
Okay.
excuse me.
That's why I forgot it for just a second. Then I remembered Wesley Snipes.
It is one of the best spin-offs, but Richie doesn't agree for some reason.
Oh,
Well, I think it's better than the other one. That's the only reason I'm
and
picking
then I
it. So.
rewatched it, and I'm like, this movie's good.
I wouldn't have picked it normally.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Tommy Lee Jones. I'm so over him. I can't tell you.
Well, Malcolm, what do you say?
This is the battle of the Marshals because Gary Marshall was in Lost in America. The other one's just called U.S. Marshals.
Okay, that's great. You want to stretch it?
I love you.
Just as much of a stretch as putting Roman J. Israel.
Right. Yeah, it's true.
But
Everybody knows I'm crazy.
But anyway, yeah, I haven't seen Lost in America. I haven't seen a lot of Albert Brooks movies as I sadly upset Richie on what rank him for not watching Defending Your Life. But yeah, I'm going to go for US Marshals.
I don't know, but
Yeah.
no, you don't upset me. I haven't seen it. It was
Oh,
JPO.
It was either
Might
JPO
upset
or
me for all
Carol,
we know.
one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen it either. No. Yeah. So yeah, only one of these movies has Tommy Lee Jones. It has a guy. Yeah, has a guy in a chicken suit, chasing another dude while a dude on TV is watching WCW, DDP versus
Randy Savage.
Randy Savage, and when you hear Dusty Rhodes on commentary. So yes, US Marshals.
Yeah. Well, Austin.
Yeah, no, I would vote for U.S. Marshals anyways because I really like it, and I actually own Lost in America on Criterion, but I haven't watched it yet. I'm trying to get caught up on my Albert Brooks movies, like I really need to, and see if they're my vibe or not. But for now, I'll go U.S. Marshals. But I will say, Maria, defending Tommy Lee Jones, like this is still one of his best roles as Sam Gerard, like in this. And the
Oh,
Fugitive.
I know. I think The Fugitive is brilliant.
Yeah,
But
it's
this
one of
one,
his
I
best
not so
characters,
much as
so-
yeah.
Yeah,
He definitely is good in it. I just nowadays I hate this that we know so much more about him than we ever did. You know, when I was a kid, we didn't know anything about these people and what they did with their lives. But he's always such a sourpuss.
Well, he was born
Yeah.
a sourpuss, and he was born 60 years
Oh,
old.
that's true.
so,
That's
I mean,
true.
you know.
Yeah, I agree.
I know. Yeah.
I agree.
He's born 60 years old. Yeah.
I voted for him. I mean,
the
I
same
voted
age ever
for
since
the Albert
I
Brooks
remember
thing.
being alive. So
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. I've never.
I thought he used to be charming.
seen-
I thought he was charming.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I've never seen or heard of Lost in America. I don't really even know what that is, but U.S. Marshals is great, and it has some kind of like small performances from like Robert Downey Jr. pops up, and then like Joey Pants pops up. So
He's
yeah,
more than a small performance. He's a you know
He's a main character, pretty much.
He's one of the main dudes.
yeah,
Oh,
he's
yeah.
one of the main kind of agent guys. Yeah. But I'll go U.S. Marshals. Yeah.
That was there.
Mike.
I want to see that now. I gotta write that down.
Let's see. Well,
I haven't seen it for a while.
not really being into Albert Brooks movies. Sorry. I did actually see U.S. Marshals, but it's been a long time ago, so I'll have to give it to Tommy Lee.
Yeah.
Multi-crew drama.
Albert Brooks is a lot better in the movie Drive as a villain. Like that's a cool role for him.
Got the Penguins of Madagascar and Once Upon a Time in Mexico. So Malcolm.
Who is that? Don't say.
I haven't seen Once Upon a Time in Mexico. I think it's one part of the Antonio Banderas Desperado trilogy.
It's kind of the sequel spinoff sort of thing. Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the penguins are the most annoying part of the Madagascar movies.
Get out of here.
The penguins.
The best.
Yeah, get out of here.
Smile and wave, boy.
I would much rather watch the Minions movies over the penguins.
No,
I'd go Once Upon a Time in Mexico.
No. Couldn't disagree more.
I think you're gonna get feathered and tarred and all that stuff.
No.
Yeah.
Richie, let's talk about how great the Penguins are.
I thought they were pretty freaking funny.
I went with low expectations. I just sort of, I was bored one day, and I was like, I rented it from like one of those, red box type kiosks, and I was like, okay, well, let's give this a go. I was delighted. This movie's really funny, and the penguins are the best things about Madagascar. They're funny as. I was pleasantly surprised. This movie's entertaining as hell, and I like Once Upon a Time in Mexico, but I'm going Penguins.
Yeah. Austin.
Yeah, I think I watched like half of Once Upon a Time in Mexico one time, and I was like, why is Antonio Banderas like a side character in his own movie? Like, it's really weird.
Yeah.
Like he's kind of gets forgotten in that movie. But yeah, like the Penguins are some of the best things about the Madagascar movies, and they deserved a spinoff, unlike the Minions. Like the Minions are fun in small doses. They did not need a whole movie. But the Penguins in their whole movie, it works. And yeah, because they're really funny and they're really entertaining and they do their heists and it's great. So yeah, I'll say the Penguins for sure.
Yeah. I really like Once Upon a Time in Mexico. I think it's good. It's and it's got a pretty stacked cast, and I think it's just kind of really stylized in a cool way. But yeah, I'm not a huge Madagascar fan, but I love the Penguins. It's my favorite of the whole entire series, and I've said it before. One of my favorite jokes because they commandeered this boat and they're trying to get to Antarctica. And they get there, they take a look outside and see it's like a frozen tundra wasteland. And gee, well, this sucks, and that's all they say, and then they just turn around and leave. I'm like, that was awesome. so yeah, like spending half the movie trying to get there. So yeah, so I'm gonna go with Penguins. Yeah,
it's got a great self-awareness to it. The whole movie. It's
yeah, right.
Yeah.
So, Mike, what do you say?
Let's see. I have actually seen both, and gosh, Penguins of Madagascar was absolutely hilarious. It's been way too long since I've seen Once Upon a Time in Mexico, but I did like it, so I'll have to give it up to the Penguins.
Okay.
Yeah, sounds good.
Smile and
Penguins
wave, boys.
Yeah, Penguins are hilarious. I love the Penguins. I'll give it to that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Another
We're almost
Madagascar.
there. We got Madagascar
Oh, there you
3.
go.
Speaking of Madagascar, this is the third one. And then the original American Pie. Richie.
Yeah, I like Madagascar 3. I think it's really fun. American Pie 1, it's sort of gone down in rewatch. I guess it doesn't hold up as much as the other one. And unlike, I'm calling out, it's not a romantic comedy, it's actually shot. It's not. It's just, it's not. It's a teen sex comedy. That's what it is. But yeah. I don't know. I don't go back to American Pie, the first one, as much as I go to the other ones. So yeah, Madagascar 3 is really cool. Good. So I'll go Madagascar 3, but I don't mind if American Pie goes through. It's not one of my favorite.
Yeah. Austin, what do you say?
Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, Madagascar 3 might be my least favorite of those movies. But it's not bad. And I do like the original American Pie, but every time I rewatch it, I fast forward, the Chris Klein storyline in that movie is terrible. It's really bad. Him and Mina Savari, all that stuff in that movie is the worst part of that movie. It's really boring. Him trying to court Mina Savari by joining the choir and shit. It's really bad. That stuff's terrible. All the rest of the stuff I like about it, but I hate that shit. It drags that movie down. But even then, I'll still go American Pie because there's enough good stuff there. So go with that.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm not a big fan of Madagascar 3. It might be the least for me. It's just them that they're in a city now. They're like trying to do an art heist in Europe or something weird like that. It's just very forgettable for me. But actually, I really like American Pie. I mean, there's nothing like the first time that there's the awkward scene with Jim and his dad and the pie and all that stuff. I mean, I think all that's great. It starts out with a bang where you see Shannon Elizabeth naked, and then there's fun stuff in I always thought the Shermanator was a very underrated character too, and that's good. You get introduced to Stifler's mom. I think it's fun. So yeah, I'll go with American Pie. Mike, what do you say?
Let's see. I do like the Madagascar movies, but American Pie was one of those I was up late kind of things, and this was before my wife and I met. A girlfriend really liked those movies, and I watched it, thought it was funny, so I'll give it to American Pie.
Yeah. Maria.
Madagascar, please.
Okay. yeah.
I like those guys. I mean, American Pie's okay, but everybody else voted for that, so I'll go for Madagascar.
Sure, yeah. Malcolm.
I think Madagascar 3 is actually really underrated. I think a lot of people just sort of dismiss it and just don't talk about it much. I think it's a really entertaining movie, personally. But yeah, and I like the American Pie movies, but just to try and get something that's not American in the title, I'm going to go Madagascar 3.
Okay.
Sure.
I think you're upset.
All right. It's a
It'll be American Pie.
Nope.
Oh,
tie
no.
to Richie. Tie to Richie.
Oh, it's a tie. Okay.
Madagascar 3.
All right.
Ooh. All right.
All right. God Bless America.
Fuck yeah.
And Once Upon a Time in America.
Uh,
Oh,
All
jeez.
right. So yeah, it's on me. I haven't gotten around to God Bless America yet. I know I should have.
this movie's fucking fun.
Yeah, no, I know it
Yeah,
is, and
it is
I
fun.
know it's a Bobcat Goldthwait movie. Yeah, he makes interesting movies. I need to get around to it. I really do. I'll
You're
get
such
to
a
it at some
crazy
point.
boy.
That's one where Richie, I say I'll get around to it, and I actually will at some point. I really will. But yeah, I like Once Upon a Time in America. Yeah, it's long, but the long cut is worth it. The shorter, literally the theatrical cut they put out was like 2 hours, and the extended cut's like 4. But it's
Yeah.
worth it because they really shredded this movie for the theatrical cut. But it's Sergio Leone's last movie, and I like him as a director. I'm a big fan, so I'll go Once Upon a Time in America.
Yeah. So I haven't gotten around to seeing Once Upon a Time in America. That 4 hours and 11-minute runtime is pretty intimidating for me. So I'm like maybe like someday, but I know that Ross Bristow, friend of the show, it's in his top 128, so he highly recommends it. But yeah, God Bless America is a lot of fun. Like it's just the main actor in the movie named Joel Murray, and like he just goes around with this like high school teenage girl, and they're just going around on a killing spree, just like just blowing people away with guns and all kinds of crazy things because they're like pissed off at society and politics and all this stuff that they just go on like a killing spree. But it's a lot of fun the way that they do it though. It actually works really, really well. They do it with some humor to it, with some kind of like a little bit of stylized stuff to it, but it's fun. So yeah, and like almost like a road trip kind of thing that they're on to like do all this stuff. So yeah, I'll vote God Bless America. Yeah, Mike, what do you say?
Of the two of these, I have seen Once Upon a Time in America. It's been a really long time, but it was, I thought it was really well made and kept my interest through it. I don't think I saw the 4-hour cut. It was on Netflix. I'm not sure exactly which cut they had up there, but I'll go for that one.
Yeah. Sounds good. Maria, what do you say?
God Bless America. Let's go for that one.
Yeah.
Notice I'm moving this along.
Sure. Yeah. Appreciate it. Malcolm.
Yeah, I haven't heard of God Bless America, but I've seen Once Upon a Time in America. Once again, I know it wasn't a 2-hour cut when I watched it, but yeah, so it must have been the full one. And yeah, I enjoyed it enough, so I'm gonna go Once Upon a Time in America.
Yeah. Richie.
Yeah, God Bless America is nuts. It's a crazy movie. I think I like Bobcat Goldthwait style because I like his sort of weird movies. I liked
Same.
I liked What Fred's Dad too. Just how weird and bizarre that movie is. And if you haven't seen Shakes the Clown, that's also weird. But two people teaming up, they're murdering the people who think that are the dregs of society. And yeah, it goes off the wall. It's really fun. And yeah, I haven't seen Once Upon a Time in America, but yeah, God Bless America. It's really good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. It's a tie to me. I'll vote for the America movie. All right, moving on.
All right. Let's go.
I'm just kidding. Once Upon a Time in America. Sorry, Richie.
That's right.
I haven't seen it.
Well, go see God Bless America, Austin. You would love it.
No, yeah. Team America and American Ultra. Jordan.
America, fuck yeah.
That's right.
But yeah, so I'm probably gonna go with
motherfucking
Team
day, yeah.
America. I mean, but this is one of the movies where like I don't mind Kristen Stewart actually. Like she's actually kind of just like having a fun time on this kind of like road trip kind of thing that they're on. It's a movie. Speaking of Max Landis, the movie written by Max Landis.
Yeah.
And but Team America, it just kind of like I don't know, like it's just so wacky and like the songs from like Kim Jong Un, I'm so lonely, and like there's just some like fun stuff in it too. Yeah, so I gotta go with Team America, I think. So, Mike. You say?
Well, I have not seen Team America. I did see American Ultra once. I thought it was a decent enough movie, so I'll give K-Stew some love.
Yeah, and American Ultra is sort of like a stoner movie because they're like getting high the whole time. So yeah,
that's true.
Yeah, Maria.
Team America.
Yeah.
They're gonna disguise him to go in undercover, and they put lumps of cotton for his beard. That's
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
hysterical.
yeah.
It's like
so
what?
good. Yeah.
And then he's a suicide to give him a hammer. He has to kill himself. Like, how long will that take you? Yes, Team America all the way. Sorry, just so funny.
They wouldn't mind if they did a sequel to Team America. They really.
I
should.
know. I
That'd
wish
be
they
cool.
would.
Yeah.
Matt Damon.
Yeah, but Malcolm, are you going to join Team America? Come on.
Yeah, I mean, like I've seen Team America. I really like it. It's not my favorite of the movies done by Trey Parker and Matt Stone. I think Basketball is actually my favorite one done by them.
What's your favorite one?
Basketball.
Basketball. I didn't hear you. I didn't hear you. I didn't hear what you said.
Yeah.
Cannibal and Musical is pretty good too.
Yeah, I was going to say Cannibal and Musical. Student film Cannibal and
I
Musical.
love that movie. That's funny as hell.
But yeah, just because I've seen it, but I think, even though I think I probably would like American Ultra if I watch it, I'm gonna go Team America.
Yeah.
Perry.
Yeah. Richie, what would you say?
Team America is it is good. I like but the things I just remember had it mostly are the puppet fucking scene and
Pooping on a chest.
and him just throwing
Sex
up a
scene with
lot.
puppets, yeah.
and him throwing up a lot. And he's like,
Yeah.
But American Ultra, I really like American Ultra. I like, obviously Jesse Eisenberg and Kristen Stewart have a great chemistry because they've done 3 or 4 movies together now. 4 movies.
Yeah.
They're really good. I say what you want about Max Landis. He is a decent writer. I like his writing. It's a shame that what happened, but yeah. So I love John Leguizamo in this movie as well. He's a bit weird, and So I'll go American Ultra.
Yeah. Austin.
I remember I haven't watched it since the theater as far as Team America goes, and I remember being in the theater and being like, "There's funny scenes," but after about 45 minutes, I was kind of over it. I just kind of wanted the movie to be over. I was like, it felt like it would be better as a series of shorts on a sketch show or something. I don't know. As a whole movie, I was kind of over it after a little while. But I remember liking American Ultra as well, so I'll go American Ultra. But that's a tie to Jordan. So
Tie to me. It's close because actually, American Ultra is one of my favorite Jesse Eisenberg movies, actually. But I'll go with Team America. I like it a little more.
All right, there we go. All right, so speedy time. So, Mike, what we do in this one is now that we're in the inner brackets, we go super fast, pretty much just votes only, quick votes.
Okay.
Everything. So
Coming around to save the motherfucking day, y'all.
I do appreciate
Votes only for whoever comes out on top, right?
I do appreciate the montage song. We gotta have a montage.
Yeah, right. Montage. Yeah.
And he's supposed to tell him he's in trouble by going.
Yeah, he's waving his arms around, flailing. Yeah.
Whenever I finish a gig at
kind of thing.
Yeah.
Oh my God, so funny.
Whenever I finish a gig at the sit down comedy club, whatever, they always play "You're the Best Around," which I always associate with montages. So whenever they sing, I'm like, montage, move, fucking montage.
Yeah. Good. I gotta rewatch that movie. It's good.
All right, speedy time. Mike, you're up first for Wet Hot American Summer. Borat.
Wet Hot American Summer.
Okay.
Maria?
Me, same for me.
Okay. Malcolm.
Wet Hot American Summer.
All right, Richie.
You guys are high, Borat.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I wish.
Borat. Big time.
I'll go Wet Hot American Summer.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, well,
Okay.
It was
Interesting.
awesome.
All right.
Somebody's gonna
American
cry.
Pie
It's an
2
upset.
and Big Trouble in Little China, Maria.
Big trouble.
Trouble. Malcolm.
Big Trouble in Little China.
Okay.
Yep.
Richie.
Richie.
I think I'm also going to go Big Trouble in Little China. Yeah, I will. Big Trouble in China.
Yeah.
That
Austin.
one is
Yeah, I'll
pretty
take Big Trouble. Jordan.
Yeah, we'll go with Jack Burton. Big Trouble in Little China.
All right, Mike.
Mike.
Gotta show Lopan some love. Big Trouble in Little China.
Yeah.
All right. American Gangster and Captain America. Malcolm. If you can avoid the dog.
American Gangster.
All right. There you go. Richie.
American Gangster.
You know what? I'll show some love to American Gangster. It doesn't show up a lot on here.
I've never seen American Gangster, so I got to go Captain America.
Okay.
Mike?
I'm also gonna throw in with Captain America.
Is it First
Yeah.
Avenger? Is that one?
Yeah.
I can't see
I
that.
think so.
Okay, yeah, I'll go with American Gangster because he's got 2 more tries.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Sure.
No, that's fair.
And that's not my favorite one anyway.
All the
So
other
there
ones
you
went
go.
through.
More
So that's
tries
true.
for
American Tail and Good Morning Vietnam. Richie.
Good Morning Vietnam.
Yeah, I'll take Good Morning Vietnam.
Yeah, if I wasn't feeling kind of sick, I wouldn't. Then I do the shout outs for Good Morning Vietnam, but we got that from Malcolm anyway, so I will go Good Morning Vietnam.
Good morning. Vietnam.
Yeah. Good Morning Vietnam. Mike?
Good Morning Vietnam.
Yeah, there we go.
I'll go with
stand
the.
for? Oh my
I'll go with the rat story.
The rat story.
Sure.
Yeah.
Story.
He's a mouse. He's a Mousekevitz.
Rats. Big
You know
rats.
what? They're all related. Okay, all the rodents are
Mouse
related.
rat.
Yeah.
Malcolm.
Good Morning Vietnam.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Greenland and Civil War. Me.
I
think I know where this is gonna go, so I'll say Greenland.
Wow.
Jordan.
Yeah. This one's easily by a country mile Civil War. So. Mike?
I'm gonna go Civil War since that's the one I've seen.
Yeah, sure.
What's a country mile as opposed to a city
Right.
mile? That's my question.
It just
I
Civil
don't know.
War.
I think
They're all
country
Civil
miles
War.
longer because they don't measure it. I don't know.
And it seems longer because there's like nothing out there in the country.
There's nothing in
besides
between it.
trees.
Yeah, there's no buildings.
Yeah.
No, my
and stuff.
country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maria.
I
And also
said Civil War.
Okay, I couldn't hear you because we were talking about country miles.
Yeah,
Well-
controversy, you know.
All right.
Well, also we got to go with the country mile because this is moves of the country in the title. So
There you
yeah,
go.
but Malcolm.
I didn't think of that.
Yeah, I also think I know where this is going to go. Greenland.
Okay.
All right. Let's see if we go to Greenland.
Greenland.
Okay, that's a tie to Mike.
Okay, I'm the tiebreaker. We're still up for either Greenland or Civil War.
Good luck. Everything depends
Yeah.
on you.
Yeah. Good luck. We're all counting on you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Civil War.
Yeah. Civil War. Let's go.
American History X and Congo. Jordan.
I'll go American History X. Mike.
Me?
Yeah.
Having not seen American History X, sorry, I'll go Congo.
Don't be sorry. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Better off.
Maria.
I'll take Congo.
Why would he be a better off? American History X is a good movie.
I know,
it's
just,
freaking
but I
awesome.
think of that. It's the worst of
Yeah,
us.
I think the
The
same.
worst
That's
of
a movie to
Americans.
say for a
Subject
good movie.
matter.
You'd be better off not seeing this great movie and this great performance.
Well, would you though? I mean, it's such a dark subject, and we got all that shit going on right now anyway.
Well, yeah, but it's a redemption story as well, so it's not that dark.
Is it?
But, all right.
Is it?
Yeah, it is. He
It gets-
has a redemption arc.
But what
in the
happens to his
movie.
brother? That's what I'm saying.
Well,
Yeah.
don't spoil it for Mike.
No,
He
I'm-
hasn't seen it.
I didn't say
No
that.
spoilers. Yeah.
Did I?
Malcolm?
I don't think so.
I'm going for American History Twitter.
Oh yeah.
Mr.
Sure.
Twitter, that's, no, it's X now.
X.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But bump.
So stupid. Anyways.
Well, now
I know,
Elon
that
Musk came
guy's
out with the little
nuts.
logo with the X with like some bird feathers floating around. He like released that thing. So it's kind of weird.
Like he ate it or something. Yeah.
Like he
Or
killed
if
the
it was
bird
like
or something.
crosshairs or something.
Uh-huh. Yeah, but
All
Richie,
these people are so toxic.
American History 10.
yeah. I mean, all the other 9 sequels, yeah,
Mhm.
or
Yeah.
prequels.
American History X marks the spot. Sounds good.
Why isn't
Yeah.
that also with that other the one that
What?
the Woody Harrelson one? They got to be together. You know what I mean?
Oh
Natural
yeah,
Born Killers.
Yeah, natural.
Natural Born Killers. I mean, they remind me of the same kind of thing. You know, it's crazy.
Ah.
Crazy shit.
Yeah.
All right.
Beavis and Butthead and American Beauty. Mike.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to give it to Beavis and Butthead. 'Cause
Yeah.
I watched American Beauty once. It was good, but I don't think it's one I'd watch over and over.
Yeah, another rewatchability.
Yeah.
Maria.
Beavis and Butthead over the other one.
Yeah. Malcolm.
American Beauty over Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah.
Well, Malcolm, you're just trying to try me
Richie.
here.
You're going to be outvoted here, Malcolm. You just cut your losses. Be some
Just trying to throw a wrench in the works.
Yeah.
He likes
I don't-
controversy.
I
Malcolm
don't
does.
think Richie has an American Beauty tattoo. Beavis and Butthead.
Stirring the pot.
If I did, I might care.
I was going to say Malcolm stirring the pot.
You have a rose tattooed across your
Hysterical.
stomach right there. But I'll go with Beavis and Butthead. Yeah.
Malcolm's so nice. He couldn't do that.
American Wedding and salmon fishing.
Boy.
Maria.
I think of American Wedding, even though I like Emily Blunt, but American. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Malcolm.
Malcolm.
Fuck yeah. They're here to save the motherfucking day, right?
Yeah.
We haven't gotten there yet. Malcolm.
Yeah, I'm going to go with American Wedding.
Malcolm. I mean, sorry, Richie. Yeah. Oh, I said that.
I can do a Malcolm impression if you want, but
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Sure.
yes, I'll do American Wedding.
Yeah. All right.
Malcolm. Malcolm, one of my favorite people.
Anyway, I'm gonna vote for American Wedding.
Yeah.
Yay.
We'll just go for American Wedding. Yeah. Mike.
I'll do another impression, Jordan. Yeah. Well, no, I was gonna do another impression of Jordan while you're trying to vote. I'll just go.
Oh yeah, right. For like 5
Oh,
minutes.
Jordan.
I'm gonna go for American Wedding. I think.
Yeah.
But would you be able to fish after your American Wedding?
Not in
Richie
Yemen.
has that
Inquiring
problem.
minds want to know.
Richie has that problem occasionally when he gets that whiny dog that has anxiety. But yeah,
Oh yeah.
occasionally.
It's like, I have to put
Yeah.
them in the
I know
lap.
someone who went fishing on their honeymoon, like literally. So it was after their American wedding.
That sounds like a
They
terrible.
really did
honeymoon.
I know, yeah, right. But they're big, like outdoors hunter kind of like.
They go to the Middle East to fish, do they? I don't know.
They got married
Thought-
wearing camo clothing, so it's total like redneck.
Wow, that's
wedding.
not going to age very well.
Wow.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
going to look back on that and realize it was really stupid.
right.
Outdoor
Yeah, exactly.
wedding. I didn't see you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't see you. Yeah.
But on the other side, Malcolm, Coming to America, and China Syndrome.
Haven't seen China Syndrome Coming to America.
Okay.
Yeah. Richie.
Coming to America. I almost said American Wedding because we were talking about it. Coming to America.
Well, he's looking for a wife, so kind of.
Yeah.
Coming to America.
Yeah, so I didn't get to talk about it the first time. I'll just be like pretty brief, but yeah. So I watched it for the first time. What I liked about it is that like it had a lot of really great humor, but then it also had heart to it. The only thing I didn't really like is like when Eddie Murphy plays these crazy characters. I just don't care about that. Like doing the stuff in the barber shop and all that stuff. But like
He's beating that horse.
James Earl Jones, he was great in it too. Where he's like yeah, he had sex with your royal bathers. I just assumed you do because I always have sex with them or something. I'm like okay, that's a weird thing to hear from your dad, but yeah, I'll go with Coming to America. It's actually really good. Mike.
The royal penis is clean, Your Highness. I'll go
Yep.
for Coming to America.
Yeah, I always remember that they have that before some ludicrous song or something. That little phrase, but Maria.
I'll take the Coming to America, please, for 10
Yeah.
or 5.
All right.
whatever.
American Werewolf and Chinatown. Richie.
American Werewolf in that.
Yep.
Yeah. American Werewolf,
Austin.
which
Yeah.
has a country and a city in the title. Got a couple of crossovers.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. When I was looking at it, like it almost threw me off because I was like, maybe we don't have American Werewolf because there's no country. I'm like, oh, American. That's the country.
Well, also we have
London.
Madagascar, Escape to Africa, which both counts on this one.
Yeah. Right. So I'll go American Werewolf. But Mike.
Let's see. Chinatown or American Werewolf? I'll go for American Werewolf.
Yeah.
I mean,
Maria.
Chinatown was good, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'll go with American Werewolf.
Yeah. Okay. Malcolm.
When it first came up, I was about to call you out for technique for American Werewolf in London until I realised that it had America in the title. But I'm also going to vote for American Werewolf in London here.
So technically, Madagascar 3, Europe's most wanted counts because Europe counts for this thing too.
Yes, right.
Yeah, right.
Most wanted. And for anybody curious, we left off American Werewolf in Paris because nobody gives a shit. All right, so
Yeah, right.
Okay. Tell us how you really feel.
Yeah, well, it's
Let's,
true. Nobody cares.
Let's go ahead and redo a movie and do it badly.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
American Reunion and Madagascar. Me, I'll take American Reunion. Jordan.
Yeah, I think I'll also go with American Reunion. Mike.
Yeah, American Reunion is one I've actually watched more than once of that series, so I'll have to go for that one.
Is this
Yeah,
Madagascar
like
the first one or
Madagascar.
the second or the third? Or...
Original.
First.
I think it's the first one. I think.
Mhm.
I think I'll vote for Madagascar, please.
Yeah. Malcolm.
I'm going to go American Reunion.
Yeah, and Richie.
American Reunion.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. McFarlane USA and the Prince of Egypt. Jordan.
Just because I might have an idea where it's going, I want to show some love to McFarlane. I'll go McFarlane USA. Mike.
Let's see. McFarlane USA and Prince of Egypt. I'm gonna have to go with Prince of Egypt.
Okay.
Once again, just because that's the one I've seen.
All right. Maria.
McFarland, please.
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
Malcolm.
I mean, Prince of Egypt was not about the musical singer Prince being in Egypt, but I'm still going to vote Prince of Egypt.
Sure, yeah. I'm sure he's been to Egypt and did music there, but Richie.
Prince of Egypt.
Yep, and Austin.
Yeah, Prince of Egypt. Let's get something besides America in there.
Yeah.
For now, at least for now. So Captain America: Winter Soldier and Lawrence of Arabia. Mike.
I'm gonna have to give it to Cap.
Okay.
Yep. Maria.
I think that's the best movie in the whole series, Captain America: The Winter Soldier, please.
Yeah. Malcolm.
Yeah, as much as I like American Soldier, but I'm going to stick on the train to get something else other than American, the Lawrence of Arabia.
Sure.
Gosh, you
Richie.
hate us so much. Jeez.
Yeah. Let's hate.
So
I
yeah,
do. I know
I
you
think
don't.
Soldier's the best out of the three, but yeah, it comes up here a lot for good reason though. But I want to show some love for Lawrence of Arabia. So Lawrence of Arabia.
Yeah. Austin.
Lawrence of Arabia.
And I'm gonna vote Captain America.
All right, so we got a tie to Maria.
Civil War.
Forget who has
I
a
mean,
tie.
no, Winter Soldier. Yeah, sorry, I
Right,
forgot
yeah.
which one we were talking about.
Yeah.
I was looking at the captain's thing there.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, it's all good.
I'm sorry.
the
David Lean's dead, though.
American-
He won't mind.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people dead.
I know.
man. All right. The American and U.S. Marshals, Maria.
U.S. Marshals. I haven't seen the
Yeah.
American for a long time, but I remember it's kind of stuffy.
Yeah. Malcolm.
I still haven't seen U.S. Marshals since the first time it came up, so I'm going to go the American.
Yeah. Richie.
U.S.
I'm
Marshals.
starting to feel personal,
Yep.
Malcolm.
Austin.
U.S.
I'm
Marshals.
kidding.
Yeah, I'll go U.S. Marshals. Mike.
Yeah, I'm gonna go U.S. Marshals because honestly, that American is one Clooney movie I haven't seen.
Yeah, I haven't seen it either.
Hey, Madagascar match. Penguins
All right,
Madagascar
here we
versus
go.
Madagascar 3. Malcolm.
Madagascar 3.
Yeah. Richie.
Penguins because they're not annoying.
Yep.
Three-
Austin.
Penguins because they're great.
Yeah. Penguins because they're freaking awesome.
You know, they're
Mike.
annoying. They're dogs.
Mike.
You didn't see anything. I'm gonna have to give it to the Penguins.
Yeah.
Is 3 the
Marie?
one where they're in Africa and his father's there and all that? Is that 3?
I don't think so.
Or is 3 the polka dot Afro one?
They're in Europe, and yeah, I think it's the
3
polka
Okay.
dot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Penguins.
Yeah.
All right. Once Upon a Time in America.
Yeah, you're thinking of the second one, Maria.
And
I
Team
think I
America.
am. Yeah. Team
Richie.
America. World
Team
Police.
America. Team America.
Yep. Austin?
Once Upon a Time for me. Jordan.
Yeah, Team America for puppet sex. It's really awkward. Mike?
I'm gonna have to give it to Once Upon a Time in America.
Yeah. Maria?
Team America, please.
And Malcolm.
I'm going to vote for the movie that's got America in the title.
Yeah.
I'm going to go once.
Earlier, damn it.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Once Upon a Time in America.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a tie to Malcolm.
Once Upon a Time in America.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, all right.
The wrong person to have it tied.
Damn it, Janet.
All right.
It's fine, though.
Okay,
all
so
good.
the next thing will be for the Elite Eight. So it'll be for the poll nominees.
All right, yeah, the winners of these will be in the poll.
Yeah,
Our Schmodown Friends and Family group.
If I can remember to do it.
Yeah, right.
I do my best. I get caught up in stuff. I get sleepy when I get home. Wet Hot American Summer and Big Trouble in Little China. To me, I'll take Big Trouble. Jordan.
Oh man, this might be one of the toughest ones for me. I've used my whole 10 seconds.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, I'll go with Big Trouble. Yeah.
Okay, Mike.
Let's see. Big Trouble and yeah, I'll go with Big Trouble in Little China.
Okay.
What was the other one?
Murray?
Wet Hot? Yeah, Big Trouble.
Yeah.
Big Trouble.
Malcolm.
Yeah, as much as I like Red Hot American Summer, I'm going to go Big Trouble in Little China.
Yeah. Richie.
Big Trouble, and I only just realized this, but on your background, you got the titles of the countries. You got Brazil, Iceland, and Mexico, but then you got Sydney and New York.
Yeah, some of the little icons that just matched up, they had city names for some reason. So I'm like,
but yeah, the famous country, Sydney.
You get the gist of it. Yeah. Yeah.
American Gangster and Good Morning Vietnam. Jordan.
Well, one of them just literally says Tower of Pisa. So, but I haven't seen American Gangster, so Good Morning Vietnam. Mike?
That is also my predicament, so I'm going to go with Good Morning Vietnam.
Yeah. Maria?
American Gangster, please.
Okay.
Yeah. Malcolm?
This is actually really tough for me. I think just by a slight here, I'm going to go American Gangster.
Yeah. I'm trying to get some movies that aren't America in here. Come on. Richie?
We'll see what happens.
You know what? I understand that, but I am too. I'm going to go American Gangster.
Okay. That's fair. Austin?
I'll go Good Morning Vietnam, but that's a tie to Richie.
You know what? I'll go Good Morning Vietnam.
All right. Switch it up.
The flip. All right. I'm writing these down. Hang on. Vietnam. Okay. All right. Captain America Civil War.
Good morning, Vietnam.
And American History X. So this one and American one will get in no matter what. Mike.
What are the options again? American History
X and Civil War.
Civil War. I'll stick with Civil War.
Okay. Yeah. Maria.
Civil War.
Okay.
Yep. Malcolm.
The American History X post just thought people were just quickly erasing it as you go through out.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, I'm gonna go Civil War just because I've seen it. Civil War.
Okay. Sure. Richie.
I mean, the ideology of American History X created Civil War, probably in this country. But yeah, I'll go American History X.
Yeah. Austin.
American History X.
And I'll go with Civil War.
All right, Civil War. Okay. All right. Beavis and Butthead Do America and American Wedding.
Oh,
Maria.
Beavis and Butthead.
Okay.
yeah.
Malcolm.
American Wedding.
Richie.
Beavis and Butthead.
Austin.
Yeah, we're finally gonna get Beavis and Butthead in one of these damn polls. Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah. Beavis and Butthead. Let's go. Yeah.
Yeah.
All
right.
Mike.
Persistence pays off.
Let's go. Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah. All right, Beavis and Butthead. All right, and go to the other side.
Need some cornholios in there. Come on.
Coming to America and American Werewolf.
Yeah.
Malcolm.
I mean,
Oh man.
I'm pretty sure you've gotten Beavers and Butthead to do polls before.
I don't think
wasn't it
so.
in the-
It never does well because we always have people that don't like it on the panel.
I mean, didn't you get
Yeah.
at least one of them into the poll for the animated
It
tournament?
didn't make it in the poll for the tournament. It was in the top 10 of the tier ranker.
Yeah,
I could have sworn they had Beavis and Butthead do the universe that like made the poll. Maybe I don't know.
Maybe, but not.
that's what I was thinking. I'm pretty sure at least one of them got into the Elite Eight, but this is tough. But I'm gonna go Coming to America.
Okay.
Yeah. Richie.
This is tough, but I'll make it interesting. Go American Wolf in London.
Yeah. Austin.
We don't have a lot of horror in this tournament, so I'll go American Werewolf.
Yeah, I think I do like American Werewolf just slightly more, so I'll go with American Werewolf in London.
Okay.
Mike.
Let's see. I will. Yeah, I'll throw in with John Landis, American Werewolf.
Yeah. Maria.
American Werewolf. American Werewolf.
Yep.
All right. That's good. All right, American Werewolf. We got American Reunion and Prince of Egypt. Richie.
American Reunion.
Yeah, I'll take
Austin.
American Reunion.
Yeah, I'll also go with American Reunion. Mike.
I did enjoy Prince of Egypt, but yeah, I'll have to go with American Reunion.
Yeah. Maria.
Prince of Egypt.
Okay. Malcolm.
Yeah, I like American Reunion, but I was going to go Prince of Egypt to make it interesting, but
Yeah.
All right. Well, it'll be American Reunion, actually. We'll get in.
Yep.
Out of all the American Pie movies.
Just
American
barely,
Reunion.
but it'll be there. Yeah.
Yeah, I got there. All right. Captain America Winter Soldier and U.S. Marshals. I'll take Winter Soldier on this one.
Yeah, I'll go Winter Soldier. Mike.
Yeah, I'll stick with Team Cap.
Yeah. Maria.
Winter Soldier.
Okay.
Yep. Malcolm.
I'm more Team Iron Man myself, but I'll go Winter Soldier.
Sure. Yeah. Richie.
Yeah. No country called Iron Man, though. So I'll go. Yeah, I'll go with the Soldier.
Yeah.
I mean, if you say it really slowly, it'll sound like Iron Man.
Iron Man. Ireland Man.
Like Italian Job.
Ireland.
As my friend Shay
Ireland
likes to
Man.
call it.
Fragile. Must be Italian. All
Yeah.
Lots of iron.
Once Upon a Time in America and the Penguins of Madagascar. Jordan.
Oh, let's go Penguins of Madagascar. Mike.
Once Upon a Time in America and Penguins. Smile and wave, boys. I'm gonna go with the Penguins.
Yeah. Maria.
Penguins.
Malcolm.
Smile and wave as I vote for Once Upon a Time in America.
All right. Hi, Malcolm.
He's doing the opposite of me. He's killing me right here.
Killing me, Smalls.
Richie.
Penguins.
Yeah. And Austin.
Yeah, I'll take the Penguins.
Featuring Benedict Cumberbatch as one of the voices.
All right. So the ratio of the Elite Eight kind of matches what we started with for the 64 because we have 4 American movies, so about half, which is about half of what this tournament was America movies. And then we have a Madagascar, we have a Vietnam, and we have a China. Actually, we have 5 American movies. Excuse me, it's very skewed towards America.
Yeah.
Vietnam, China, and Madagascar are all slipped in there though, so we at least got a little bit of representation. Not all America. But yeah. So okay. All right, scroll it out. We're almost there. Final 4 time. Big Trouble in Little China. Good Morning Vietnam. Mike.
Ooh, this one's tough.
Man, that's tough. Oh.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Big Trouble.
Maria.
Big Trouble.
Okay.
Yep. Malcolm.
Big Trouble in Little China.
Richie.
Good Morning Vietnam.
Austin.
Big Trouble.
Yeah, this one's really close, but by a hair, I'll go Big Trouble in Little China.
Trouble. Okay. Civil War and Beavis and Butthead Do America.
Oh no.
All right, tough one, Maria.
Sad because I know what I gotta do.
The other one's what?
Civil War and Beavis and Butthead.
Civil War. I'm sorry, I tuned out for a second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Malcolm.
Civil War.
Richie.
Beavis and Butthead.
Austin.
Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah, I gotta go Civil War. It's my number 1 MCU movie. Mike.
Okay, let's see. I'll throw in with Civil War.
Yeah, that's right.
Civil War. But Beavis and Butthead made the poll, so.
Yeah, that's a shame. I thought I had a chance with enough Beavis and Butthead fans on this panel.
Yeah.
American Werewolf and American Reunion. Malcolm.
American Werewolf in London.
Okay.
Richie.
Werewolf in London.
Austin.
American Reunion.
I don't mind either way.
Yeah, I actually really like American Reunion. I'll go with that. Mike.
I'll have to go for American Reunion too.
Yeah, the more rewatchable, I feel like.
This is American Reunion 1. I don't think they made it.
Yeah, right. All right.
Oh,
American
yes.
American Werewolf.
Joke here.
Yeah.
Werewolf.
Ooh, so we got a tie?
Yeah, it's a tie. So I'm actually gonna go with American Reunion.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, it's on me.
Wow.
So yeah.
Would have been happy either way. So.
Yeah. So we got Winter Soldier and the Penguins. Richie.
Penguins.
Austin.
I don't care either way, but why not Penguins?
Yeah, we've already got a Captain America movie in there. Let's go Penguins. Mike.
Okay, let's see. I'll go with Penguins.
Yeah. Maria.
Winter Soldier.
Malcolm.
This reminds me when Penguins took out something shocking in one of the later series.
Yeah, like of what it beat. I can't remember what it was.
Winter Soldier.
Okay. Penguins wins 4-2.
It would have been funny if it beat Winter Soldier the first time.
Yeah. All right.
I don't think it did because I think that.
All right, here's our final 4. So first one will be Big Trouble in Little China versus Civil War.
It's America versus the world on both matchups.
It sure is.
Yeah. There you go.
I'll take Big Trouble, but I don't mind. I'll do a Jordan.
Well, screw China. I'm not going to bow down to China. Let's go Civil War. Mike.
Civil War or Big Trouble. I have to go for Big Trouble.
Okay.
Yeah. Maria.
Civil War.
Okay.
Malcolm.
Big Trouble.
Ooh. Richie. Forgot you haven't voted it.
Big Trouble.
Wow. All right. Big Trouble
All right.
in China into the finals.
There we
Okay.
go.
American Union and the Penguins on the other side. Jordan.
Yeah. Sorry, Penguins. You've had a good run. I gotta go American Reunion. Mike.
Yeah, I'll go with American Reunion.
Yep. Maria.
Penguins.
Yep.
Okay.
Malcolm.
I think Brian's correct in the chat. I think Penguins took out What We Do in the Shadows.
Oh yeah, yeah. That was it.
But
Brian would
yeah,
be correct. If Brian says something, it's probably correct. He knows.
Yeah.
Penguins do what in the
He knows
shadows?
weird obscure fact about our show.
but yeah, I'm going to go American Reunion.
Yeah. Richie.
You know, like Benedict Cumberbatch can't say penguin; it says penguin.
Yeah,
It's funny.
penguins. And
Oh
all
yeah,
that
that's
stuff.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
penguin. It's funny. It's
Penguin.
watching on Graham Norton.
Like a
Anyway,
YouTube video where he does that. Yeah.
I love Graham
I'm
Norton.
going to go penguins.
Austin.
I gotta go American Reunion. I really like that movie.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
American Reunion.
All right, so our finals here. It's America versus China. The superpowers collide.
Oh.
Yeah. So Mike, Big Trouble in Little China, American Reunion for the win.
Whew.
Take it all.
I'm still gonna have to go with Big Trouble.
Okay.
Maria.
Big Trouble.
Yeah. Malcolm.
Yeah, I'm going to go Big Trouble in Little China.
Yeah. China. Richie.
American Reunion.
China. Austin.
Big Trouble in Little China.
I'll go American Reunion. Yeah. Even though it's
Big
not
Trouble in
like
China. Excellent.
Well, what's going to happen inevitably to the world? China's going to take over. Big Trouble in
China.
Little China. Man, all right.
not even
so-
like the main China, like
Yeah.
Chinatown is gonna
So
win.
yeah,
There we
despite
go. Big Trouble
having
in
the
China.
odds in their favor, with a lot more than half of the movies being America, China makes the comeback. The one China
Yeah.
movie is it. So Big Trouble in Little China, which is
There's
their
like
one
4 movies with the word China in it, something like that in this China.
Now I believe Big Trouble in Little China came close once. I'm pretty sure in Moose of '64 it was like his two
Yeah.
favorite movies, this and Ghostbusters. But Ghostbusters,
yeah,
Yeah.
it was the runner-up. Yeah.
yeah. So oddly enough, do you guys want to know what the only former winner in this tournament was? Can you guess?
Penguins.
What was it?
Civil War.
No, An American Tale 5 Goes West.
Oh yeah.
Oh, wow.
The only former one.
The only former winner in this tournament. Yeah, the one that won Brian's 121 Brian's 128.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Wow.
So yeah, that's the only former winner was American Tale 5 Goes West. No,
Interesting.
no Captain America movie has won yet. They've all come close, but none of them have won. So yeah, they'll get another chance at some point. But yeah.
Yeah, look at it. Yeah.
I mean,
That
if you
was
do
sure.
Battle of the Chris's, they'll probably all be there.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
eventually.
yeah, we'll eventually do that. The Chris's, yeah, we'll do a battle there.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
We'll have a chance.
We'll do that at some point. Yep. For sure. But
Well, the question
Yeah,
is, how
that's
many
fun.
MCU movies do we really put in there? Because there's a lot of crossover there.
yeah.
There's a lot of crossover.
It'd be like half MCU movies.
We'll talk
I mean,
about
I,
more of
I
this
think
as
it, I
we
mean,
do
I
the
think it
MCU.
depends on how you want to look at it too. Because if you want to maybe focus on the solo ones first, and then see about including the other ones, like you've got
Right,
You've
just
all
their
got-
solo MCU movies, and then everything
Yeah.
else. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. Well, cool guys. Thanks. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. So we got under,
Yeah, it was.
under 3 hours. So
Mhm.
good job, everyone. Yeah, we'll just do some plugs really quick, and I think will do it for us. So yeah, we'll just start at the bottom of the ladder. So we'll start with Mike. Anything you want to plug or like tell us where we can find you?
Anything what I don't really have anything to plug. And I haunt Facebook a lot, so if you want to look me up on there, you're welcome to.
Do you haunt my Facebook a lot?
What's that?
Do you haunt my Facebook a lot?
Sure, why not?
Yeah, and
Thank you. It makes you feel wanted.
Yes, it
I'm
does.
always looking for your comments, Mike. You got some pretty funny ones out. So
Oh,
yeah,
Mike,
that
I
was
don't know
fun.
who you're confusing me for, but I'm not this Star Wars guy you accused me of
Okay.
being.
Oh yeah,
I'm not.
Sorry.
I don't know. Jordan kept messaging me. He's like, Mike thinks you're on some Star Wars podcast or something. I'm like, I
was like, were you ever on like a secret podcast I didn't know about?
No, I was like, the closest thing I think of was I was on Ryan Permison's little Star Wars roundtable thing where we reminisced about it. But that was the closest thing I could think of that I was on.
Okay.
I didn't know.
My mistake.
Yeah.
No, I like Star Wars, but I'm not. No, I don't have a podcast, a secret podcast.
Yeah.
Trust me, I don't have time for more podcasts. I got enough shit going on in this community.
Yeah.
I don't have time for a whole other show.
That's fair.
You should see my Google calendar. It's filled up for like 10 days in a row.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Yeah, but well, Maria, where can we find you?
Here and there, out there trying to play all the leagues, all the stuff. I'll lose everywhere I can lose, and then maybe get better.
Sure, yeah.
That's it.
Oh, practice makes perfect, so just keep on trying.
There you go.
Hey, you beat Sandy and Cena and Hurts. You did all right that night.
I did see
Yeah, you
that,
said-
and Sandy's my partner and other things. That doesn't bode well for that team, does it?
Well,
Two people on the bottom. Maybe it could be one person on the
All
bottom.
right. It's all right.
Yeah.
It depends. What you get. Like, if it's lights out, it's different. It's a different format.
yeah,
That's really hard for me. Yeah. I don't know that sports stuff, any of it.
Hey,
For me,
you
as long
know,
as it
you
land
know,
on
leagues
any
are,
wrestling
these
question.
leagues are like wrestling. You know, you need enhancement talent too, so it's all right. It's not a bad
Okay.
thing.
I have a side character
You
killer
know, Barry
contestant. So I'll
Horowitz is a
drag
good
her ass out.
wrestler. You know.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But,
Gotcha.
Mike
well,
Jackson.
Malcolm, what do you have going on?
But yeah, you can find me on Tape Productions, where I host Mancam every Sunday night. This week we're doing top 12 movie teachers. Jordan's going to be there.
Yeah.
And you can also find me starting our new sort of monthly bracket fit show that we got on Tape 3 called Bracketeers, and that's going to happen tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern, and Richie's going to be on that. And you can find me sort of hosting trivia over on Full Metal. This week we've got a banger of a match between Jeremy Adams and Corey Quinto dropping.
Good. High scoring.
Cool. Yeah, right. Sounds good.
I like Jeremy, though.
Yeah. Richie, where can we find you?
Yeah, you can find me. Just on here on Lonely Marks on Thursday. Doing the Vengeance recapping a Vengeance 2005 retro pay-per-view, and also Best on Mike draft there, so it should be fun. And you can find me on other trivia spaces. The Bracketeer show that Malcolm just mentioned. You can find Australia beating England tonight in the World Cup. We're doing pretty well. I'm sorry in the Women's World Cup in soccer. I'm sorry, America, you got knocked out early. But yeah, it's going real well.
You could have put a gun to my head. I couldn't even told you the World Cup was going on right now. Honestly,
Yeah, me neither.
So,
I had no idea.
I had no fucking clue. No clue. Don't care. I'm sorry, Richie, but football is not as big over here. It's a different kind of football that just started that we're more into right now than soccer. So, preseason American football just started. We're more concerned about that right now.
I only knew the Women's World Cup was happening because it was happening in New Zealand.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that was just next to New Zealand. But yeah, again, check that out. And other space. So I'm around the other part. You mean I'm in the Battleground tournament, so you can check me out on there. Where I'm debating peoples, so check that out.
Yeah, and it is true that we're more concerned about these preseason football games that don't even count than the actual World Cup. They don't even count, and we're more concerned. So but
well, you know,
but Austin,
it's a different thing. You know, we just don't give a shit about soccer over here. I mean, some people do, but like they're considered kind of weirdos over here. So if you're like,
I know, but it's weird over here because it's not even men's, but it's women's one. It's packing out stadiums.
Oh yeah, no,
yeah,
totally.
right. But What do you have going on, Austin?
A lot actually. Tomorrow night I'll be doing another bracket tomorrow night over with Chad and Carrie over on the Nerd Entertainment Network. So around the same time Malcolm's going on, so we'll competing brackets. But we're doing horror stuff, so we'll be talking some '90s horror on a bracket there. And then I think me and Jordan are going to do Wheel of Movies tomorrow night. Around 9 or 9:30, something like that. And we're going to do Sorcerer in honor of William Friedkin. It's one of my 128. So we'll talk William Friedkin and Sorcerer. I'll be on Lonely Marks, obviously, with Richie. The tournament on Friday. I got podcasts about movies on Saturday that we didn't do last week because Jacob was sick, so we'll be doing that. And then a drinking game that night for Friday 13th 3D. That'll be getting drunk right afterwards. And then I got just one thing after another, and nonstop in between work.
He's everywhere.
So I'm everywhere around this community. You can find me. And I'm also in the battleground. I'm also in the battleground tournament. I'm in that too. I just recorded my match last night. So I'm in that.
That's not it.
Yeah, you were right before me, and then I went on and did the same thing. So, yep.
Yeah, I got asked to join another. I can't remember who's doing it, but someone's doing another MCU Royal Rumble match that's going on.
They'll be over on Dylan's channel.
Yeah, Dylan's channel, and
work. Yeah,
for me, the only way I'm signing up for that is because there's no Ryan Payne, and he's already signed up, and then the guy that actually won it. I can't remember that guy's name. That was won the last one for Lights Out. That was really good. It went for a long time, but it's the guy from Joe Farrelly. Yeah, they were like monsters of MCU. So,
but this thing, but that's been on the questions because I don't know if JB3's one included the TV shows, but I know Dylan's one definitely includes the TV shows.
Okay, well, yeah, I think they had a TV show Wheel Spin that they only did it twice, and once they exhausted that was it. But and luckily they exhausted before I was called up, so that was nice. But for us we have so we're supposed to have a top 64 for a friend of the show Matt Majo this Friday. I've not heard from him. I've reached out a couple of times and I'm not hearing from him. So hopefully if I do hear from him, it'll still happen. So if anyone wants to jump on that one, we actually have a couple of spots too, because I reached out to him initially because to see if there's anyone he wanted to have personally, but at this point I just got to fill up the panel. And then also speaking of the wheel of movies, if anyone wants to come talk Sorcerer tomorrow night, we have one more spot. Otherwise, we and Austin we'll just do it, the two of us. But there is one more spot, so you can let me know. But and then you can find us on all the social medias at Movie Hero 2121 on Twitter and Instagram. You can find me on my personal social media. It's Jordan83616, and then you can find us on Facebook in the Schmodown Friends and Family group, where we'll have our poll of the Elite Eight coming up within the next day or two. And then let's see. We'll have to talk a little offline, but tentatively we're going to be doing our next podcast for the Patreon. That's going to be our best and worst movie theater experiences. I just wanted to confirm with Richie about some times. We thought about maybe doing it a week from this Saturday, so we'll kind of see. We'll keep everybody posted about that and see when. We'll let you know when we're going to do it, but and then
we can talk offline. If it needs to be another night, we can talk offline, Richie. We're
totally
we'll figure it out.
Totally flexible, but and then so I am getting around to post the next upcoming schedule. I promise that I just been super busy lately with some things, but so within the next day or two, I'll be posting the next 2 months of the schedule over in the Schmodown Friends and Family group. And then on Patreon, I'm going to post the next 4 months for anyone who's a Patreon member. You can get first dibs on signing up for episodes over there. We do a lot of giveaways, give away movie posters over there, that kind of thing. And we'll be having the full unedited version of our last wheel of movies that that got blocked because of a WWE clip with Pee Wee Herman in it. So WWE always like takes those things down all the time. They're notorious for that.
There's a podcast I watch called OSW Review, and they have such a bad time with WWE blocking their stuff. They're very bad with that. They're not very they're just so anal with having that.
Yeah,
stuff.
they're like very anal about it. Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate, but and then we'll be doing more seen and heard trivia. So if you didn't play last time, we'll be doing a week from this a Sunday, which actually works out. So I'll be on Rankum this Sunday, and then just a little preview of what we have coming up for tournament fights and tier ranker. We'll be doing hopefully Matt Majo's on Friday's top 64. Then next week we all about 2009. We'll be having a Monday, Wednesday, Friday episode of Best Moves of 2009 Ladder Series coming up. We've been doing that series once a month, kind of working our way backwards. And then we have
the year that was affected by the writer's strike. And funny enough, fast forward, and now we're talking about another writer's strike.
Yeah, right.
Hopefully not too much longer. They are meeting.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah. Hopefully, but and then we get into our geek series. Already have a pretty good panel lined up for Best Harry Potter versus Middle Earth characters. Will be our next tournament for our
Malcolm.
Our best
guess what?
Geek character.
You're co-hosting that one, so have fun.
Yeah. You can be my co-host for that one.
I want nothing to do with that.
Yeah. And then we're getting into our best movies with one word title tier ranker of the 2000s. That's coming up. And then I just barely finished making the list for best post-apocalyptic movies, so we'll have that one coming up. We'll also be doing friend of the show Dan Skip Allen. He'll be doing his top 64, so that's one coming up. We have another movie hero mystery tournament that's coming up soon. We also have Battle of the Batmen, which will be we decided it's going to be Keaton versus Bale versus Val Kilmer versus Pattinson, because we already did a Ben Affleck tournament of sorts, and then Clooney will have enough to have his own tournament coming up. We'll do that eventually, but and then the next geek tournament will be around the end of September, and it'll be best Marvel characters. So there's that one, and then we have best westerns coming up too. So there's just a few episodes we have coming up. So if you hear anything that you want to be a part of, the best way to reach out to me is just DM me on Facebook, or you can also email us at moviehero2121 if you have something a little longer you want to write, or like some ideas for episodes, that kind of thing. And also, if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button, please, and thank you. That's huge for us. That really helps us out. And share the videos, like it, all that stuff. So yeah, but that's gonna do it for us tonight. So thanks again, guys. It was a fun time to do these kind of unique ones, just like moves of the country in it. So they're just like not always part of a series, you know. Yeah, for sure. So yeah, that's gonna do it. So for Mike, for Maria, for Malcolm, for Richie, for Austin, I've been Jordan, the movie hero Anderson, and we will see you next time.